Hello.
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 Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Today we've got obviously this side.
We've got our first guest on. Theme Park Fletch. Hello, everyone's watching.
How are we doing?
Please
You all right?
Yeah, good, mate, good.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
It was a bit of a bind there. My mind went blank after trying to practice getting all that up on the screen. When it comes to 7 o'clock, my mind went blank.
Hi, Stacey. Yeah, we're not too bad. Hope you and Mike are well too. Hi,
Katie.
Katie. Hope you're well.
Hi, Katie.
You have met Katie, do you remember? At the Halloween? No.
Yes, we did.
Indeed. I put it on just for this first live stream because obviously with Nemesis shutting down on Sunday.
Rest in peace.
I don't ever wear it, to be honest. I've just pulled it out. It's on a hanger in the wardrobe, but it's the official one. It's got the name tag in the back and everything.
And it's going to go to...
Yeah.
It's smart, that. Yeah, I really like that.
I think this has been highly sought after by a few people, to be honest with you. I had.
How did you come about getting it?
I got it off Ian. Remember Ian?
Yeah. Oh,
Ian,
yeah. Berry.
Berry, I think it was.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I think I might have bought it off him. I can't remember, but I can't believe he parted with it. And it's the official one. It's got the proper name tag in the back with Alton Towers. And I don't wear it. I think I wore it like once, but I wouldn't ever wear it to a park. It's literally brand new. I don't know whether he wore it when he had it, but I've had it about 10, 15 years, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. But I wasn't with you at the time.
Well, obviously we've only been together 4 years now.
Was it
one
of them when
you
went and met him, didn't you? And he like give you a load of
I remember meeting up with him. I can't remember if it was for this or it was for was it for the Nemesis? It wasn't for a map, because I got a map off him, I think, as well. But I remember going. I don't think it was right there. Anyway, I went to get it out of. He met up with me in Warrington, and we got it out the boot of his car, and he just pulled out a running wheel, like from, I can't remember what it. I think it was from.
Did he work at Camelot, Mike's house? Is that why?
I think he did. No, I think he did. You know, I think he I'm remembering saying that he used to work at Camelot.
No, it was it was a wheel from
somewhere.
Oh, what's the Schwarzkopf shuttle called at Flamingo Land? The Bullet, was it? The Bullet, yeah. It was a bloody running wheel from the Bullet, and he just pulled it out. We were in as the Westbrook car park, and he just went, and I'm like, this stood there with it in the middle of the car park. Like, he loved it. But I think I got a map off him, and I think I paid 15 quid. Nemesis 94 map. All coming in a merch video in the coming weeks.
And have you seen how much they're retailing at the minute? There's one going on eBay that I've been looking at recently, and it's like £90+ at the moment. That
for
the map,
the 94 map.
Yeah, the 94 map.
We'll do a merch video. We will do a merch video soon. I've got stacks and stacks of merchandise just sat in shoe boxes in the wardrobe. Jack, you've seen it many a time.
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
and I've got 94 maps. I've got 95.
It's got all sorts.
I've got
just
loads
stop
of
ruining
stuff.
it, because you're just
going to show everyone anyway. This is a little treat. I just thought I'd throw it on for tonight, but it will be going back in the wardrobe.
I know. Yeah, there's no point. There's no point with the video now. It's already been covered.
Here's the merch video. That's all you're getting. Anybody in the chat got a drink with us?
We have.
Or any questions?
Happy Friday, everybody. Cheers.
Or any questions you just want to ask? Obviously, like normally, it's just our typical Friday night.
Yeah, there's not
chin wag of all sorts.
Talking all random stuff. And I'm sure we'll get into some discussions with Nemesis and whatnot later on. Cheers, Stacey. I want to say thank you to Mike, actually. Mike and Stacey. Mike gave me some advice on I asked him what was a good streaming software. Obviously, anyone in the chat who watches them, or anybody who's watching, love to explore. They do live shows every Thursday. And I think you did some other days this week as well.
2 more hours in Nando's, then I can drink. Oh, no, okay.
But basically, I asked Mike for some advice on the streaming software, because as you remember, if you watch the previous ones, the laptop was up on the chest of drawers, and all you could see in the background was a bedroom, and it was annoying. And the camera quality was terrible. So this week we bought a new microphone, we bought a new camera, and we've got some streaming software on the go. And it's took me about 3 days of trying to figure stuff out.
Whilst I've been busy.
All these overlays that you can see making the screen look fancy has been a labour of love. But now as I know what I'm doing, it will be.
Hi, Dan.
It will be much easier for future streams.
Jack Whitelaw's here. Hannah Whitelaw's here.
But thank you, Mike and Stacey, anyway, for your help. Much appreciated.
You're right, man.
Hiya, Dan, mate. You're right.
The game show.
We got 9 people in.
6 p.m. this Sunday. Oh yeah, we are on Love to Explore this Sunday actually.
Yeah, this Sunday and next Thursday, and Jack's on with us next Thursday.
I didn't even know.
This is Jack's first live.
Honestly, the amount of
next Sunday.
stuff that happens it's crazy.
We're on Mike's show.
Mike. Oh look, Stacey said Mike is brill. Thank you, Dan.
Mike, you're a legend. Thanks for your help. Honestly, much appreciated. I know I annoyed you, sending you loads of pictures and stuff, quizzing you. But,
did my head in?
It's a bit confusing at first.
Oh.
But as I'm getting older, my knowledge of technology is getting worse.
Yeah, it
and
is.
my gaming ability. Me and Jack have been on Call of Duty for a few years.
I can't say, oh, she sat playing Brats.
To be honest, mate, you've done really well with everything that you've been doing recently. So it's all the hard work's obviously showing, isn't it? So
I just wanted, it wasn't necessarily about getting it to look fancy and stuff at first. Although this overlay is probably going to be staying, I'm really happy with it. I don't want to be changing it too often.
I don't think we'll need to change it.
No. For what we're doing anyway, it'll do the job.
I think we've got plenty. We've got plenty of what Mike's asked for there about Mark.
And we tell funny Mark stories from Towers Trip.
Yeah,
no, we'll get onto all this stuff later on, and I'm going to bring up. I'm going to go on.
I tell you, if you want us to reel them all off, it'll be one hell of a long stream.
Yeah, no. Yeah. All right, fine.
That's got a book.
Walking with the woods. Lovely colours on the overlay. Yeah, Stacey, we thought we'd match like the logo, obviously like a purpley vibe.
Yeah, we've got Paris picked the purple logo back when we rebranded the channel from your makeup page.
Yeah.
And since then, I've come up with another design for something else that's potentially coming over the winter months. But I'm not mentioning anything on that yet, although I might end up spilling it later accidentally, but knowing me. So this kind of look with the neon kind of vibe, I think is what we're going to push for on the channel and on social media and stuff.
We've got
only for live streams. 9 people. Thank you very much to everyone who's joined.
Hey guys, good evening. Hope you're well. Paris, it's got to be said you defo remind me of you. Deirdre Barlow. Thanks.
Deirdre, look at the
Nicky MC mullet.
Deirdre Barlow.
Oh no!
Oh, that's funny. No, thanks, Mickey McMullet. Mickey McMullet. It's the glasses. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You just need to strain your neck a bit more, Paris, and get the veins to come out.
There you go, Paris.
One of the big guys, so bear with. No, you're not laughing. Oh, maybe there with them glasses.
Deirdre Barlow.
Wasn't Ken Barlow the kingpin of Coronation Street? I'm getting comments up, by the way, but hey everyone, hope you're all good. Hi Adventure Bears.
Hi Adventure Bears, hope you're well. Wasn't Ken Barlow the kingpin of Coronation? Do you know what? I've never actually watched
He's going to make my drink go everywhere, so
I've never actually watched Coronation Street.
I used to, but I don't anymore. We've got 11 people watching.
Whitelaw said, you guys really missed out on the Nemesis closure on the 6th of November. Tower smashed it with all the... Do you know what's annoyed me with that, Dan? Is the fact they only did it for one day. A lot of people were working. Only Platinum Pass were literally able to go for free. Why make
the last day, though.
Yeah, but why make people pay for passes if then you're going to charge for them to go?
Yeah, but they didn't.
They did, because we'd have to pay.
Yeah, we would have had to, yeah, but that's the whole point of having the Platinum, isn't it? They get the more money out of it. Like, I disagree, Jack. We had this conversation the other night.
I just think they should have done it a little bit longer, because everyone knew it was closing.
And the discussion started. Well done, Whitelaw, for the comments.
I knew it wouldn't be long.
And then they literally just did it for an hour at the end of the day, and I just think that's shocking. There was no merch overlays or anything like that. Like they could have had it for the week. Rather than just the hour.
Not necessarily the week. I think I think
days.
over the weekend, Friday to Sunday, or even Saturday to Sunday would have been nice. But then we still wouldn't have been able to go anyway.
No, do you know what though? I disagree. I think the way they did it at such a fast pace on the last night.
I think
it was the right way to.
Yeah,
it was the right way to do it.
Yeah, I'm just sour because I didn't go.
No, I'm not sour.
I am because
I think
I was the same.
I was the same. I was gutted, and we said, didn't we? If it wasn't sold out, I'd have gone straight from work. But it was. I don't know. I think the way it really impressed me anyway, coming from Alton Towers, because I think what we've seen in the past and stuff with the advertising of like 13 and stuff like that, and it's been really, really shocking advertisement. I think this already is moving at a fast pace. I just hope it doesn't die off because of how long it is until Nemesis does reopen. I just hope it doesn't die off because you know what things are like. Towers go big and at the start and then they slowly start. Yeah, the hype around it, like they've sealed it off now. Fantastic, haven't they? Where they've closed it off, but I really hope if the hype stays there because it was like the Wicker Man videos. When they got the YouTubers to do it, I found they just kind of forgot about that.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it'll die off because everyone knows, everyone loves Nemesis and Alton Towers now. They'll drip feed. You know what it's like for us lot. Enthusiasts, roller coaster / theme park enthusiasts, people passionate about it all. It's horrible. They keep you in the dark. You look at Six Flags parks and a lot of other parks out in America, they just share it. They do a big media event and announce it before the thing's even broke ground. But now over here, it's only Alton Towers really. They love to keep things secret.
No, because
I love it and I hate it. Because I love the excitement and the build-up, and when we do finally get some news, gets everyone in the community buzzing and talking about it. But at the same time, it's very frustrating because I want to know now if Nemesis is going to roll. It's not going to, I don't think, if it's filled with sand.
I think it's just Merlin, though.
Maybe.
Because they've done it with the Fort Park.
The figures for Merlin must show that the marketing strategy that they've done since... God, I really followed all the construction and stuff from like before Rita. That's when I really got into it. I followed Rita. I went the week that opened, I think, or the year it opened. And then the first opening day for a coaster was 13. And I remember the hype for that and the secrecy. Do you remember, Jack, when that truck arrived and they had it said secret weapon on the back and it was the drop mechanism inside? The whole secrecy of that was killer. And then to do all that, and then they ruined it on GMTV. They absolutely ruined it. And they had Justin Garvonic is his name, the chairman of the European Coaster Club. They had him on it with a GMTV presenter riding it. And they had night vision camera on. And it showed you all the indoor section with the drop.
Yeah.
Like, why do all that secrecy and hype it up to be the Psycho coaster? And then all of a sudden, there you go, 3-4 days before it opens, we'll show the world what it's going to do. Should have been kept a secret.
Yeah, but then you've just said you don't want secrecy. So what do you want, secrets or no secrets?
No, what I'm saying is that it's frustrating, but I think I would take it this way over knowing for certain things.
Really?
For certain things, you've got 13, the world's first free fall drop, and it's hidden in a building. No one needs to know about that.
Do you know what though?
We knew about Hagrid's drop and all that, and
with 13, what ruined it for me was the fact that they advertised it as like all of your coasters in one, and they went and made a big hype about it, didn't they? Where they like everyone was going to think it was the next biggest, scariest thing coming, and it was that, and it ruined it. They ruined it for me, especially when they said about it being all your coasters in one. It just wasn't, was it?
No, this is true. What Stacey's saying. Justin said it was the world's first. Sorry, well, it could be either or.
It's Mike because Stacey's
the first vertical drop. Yeah, technically, but no. At the same time, it was a free fall drop.
Oh, that comment needs to go up.
But then we're keeping the jewelry theme more secret.
Wait till it pops
up. 13.
Obviously, Dan works there, so he said we're keeping the jewellery theme more secret than 13.
Listen, Dan, that's been about as well kept a secret as we've kept this stream a secret this week. Everyone's talking about it being a retheme to Emily Alton. So whether that's true or false, I don't know. Feel free to slip into my inbox and
thank you for the Instagram.
Yeah, also get me a line as well.
Everyone watching, please share the stream.
Walking with the...
We had 11 people in. That was probably one of the highest people.
Walking with the Woods. Thank you for the Instagram follow.
We have got on another page that we're going to share soon and get more into discussion the plans for Nemesis Retrack and Project Horizon. So it's worth sticking around because the discussion's going to get going. And then what?
The best thing about Julie is that daisy chain of padlocks on the gate. No.
I tell you what, the worst
Mike
thing
clearly doesn't like it.
One of the worst things would be trying to find the right key to open one of them because
they'll be fake, Dan. You'll be able to rip them down. Hannah, are you excited for Jewel to reopen?
Yeah, but what is it going to be?
Controversial.
Like, do you get what I mean? What are they going to turn it into? I hope they don't really.
So they're like.
Well, they've clearly started ripping all the interior out because we've seen some of it sat behind the invitation, didn't we? Do you remember when I sent the link in the WhatsApp chat?
Timeline's horrific. Yeah, I do remember.
Theming, they've ripped that out already. I don't know. I think it's quite sad, but at the same time, I think I made it. I think we can all agree. We all made it our go-to ride. It was something that we had to do on every visit, but
that's what we did.
It was stale.
But it's so mad how. Since it's gone down, how many people are like, oh, we need to go on it, we need to go on it. We were sat around there when last time we went.
Just confirmed.
When we last went, we were sat around there and there was probably about 50 people just coming up like, we need to get on, and it's like, well, it's shut now.
What's everybody saying? Emily Alton, yes.
You need to click it.
Emily Alton, yes, but there's some things we yet to announce that we are changing on the inside. Yeah, obviously that's going to be kept secret.
It's an indoor building as well. It's not like you can get in.
You guys can follow me here with what you think it might be. You might be the same as me.
Okay.
But I'm thinking Emily Alton, she was in like a doll's house, wasn't she? Now, I don't know if that's meant to be.
She was locked in it, wasn't she?
Yeah, I'm thinking, are we going to be going through and it's going to be like we're in some kind of doll's house and the theming pieces are going to be like gigantic to us, as if we're like figures in there or something.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I think it's just going to be a bit poltergeisty.
I hope so, because
about, ghosts and stuff.
I didn't really rate all the monsters and stuff in Jewel, but I think back in '92 when that opened, that was probably the thing. Now I think ghosts and poltergeists and I don't know, floating chairs and stuff. I don't know.
Floating chairs. Just gonna swing chair,
as we go past Jack, as we go past and turn like that, kitchen comes. And we'll be like, whoa. Like watching bloody paranormal activity.
I'm gonna say, sounds like it.
What do you guys think?
I just really hope, that they don't rip the transit system out of there and replace it with something similar to the what's his name at Gangster Granny. The transit system on Gangster Granny is awful. Yeah. You can tell it looks like it's like in-house built, and I just really hope they don't.
You know what
do you know what, Jack? I don't mind the transit system in Gangster Granny. What I don't like is the scenes and the set pieces in Gangster Granny.
They're cardboard, aren't they? 2D.
I know that they've done that to try and stick with the true to the book, and I don't know if there's images in the book, but I know the cover art.
We've actually got the book.
We've actually got the book and we've seen the film, and it is very relatable. Yeah, there's a film and Davy Williams does actually star in it himself, and it's really good.
All right.
And we like it, don't we? But
I just don't like the set pieces. That's all.
I'd love for him to do a transit system. I know they won't do it the same as Harrington Flint. Do you remember the gun one?
No, but I don't want guns.
No. Without the guns, but the trackless system.
Yeah. Trackless,
like how smooth was that when we all went on that?
I think, having just had the pandemic, and they're investing in Project Exodus, they're investing in the wing coaster at Chessington. Nemesis is getting a retrack, which is easily going to be over 10 mil. Nemesis was 10 million when it was built. and that's brand new with the alien and so on and so on and so on, with the station and everything. You're talking nearly 30 years on.
You're talking how much money have they just got?
I just think the transit system worked. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. How often did Jill break down? It didn't, really.
Not very often.
No. But I'm saying...
yeah, so the track's been covered up.
Stop.
Hang on, sorry.
So what I'm saying is basically Merlin make an absolute fortune because they've got
Adventure Birds is on the same level.
The London Eye, they've got all the dungeons, they've got the Madame Tussauds, every single one of them. They've got the theme parks.
Yeah,
they're making a mint.
And chat, we were talking about Legoland Deutschland today. They've got a new wing rider as well. So they definitely got to deal with B&M there. Like buy 3, get 1 free. Buy 2, get 1 free or something.
Yeah, I think so. And he's worked on pretty much the majority of them. The same designer who's taking over the retrack of Nemesis, which I think John Burton. Yeah, he's the
man with a vision.
He's a designer. But to be fair, I mean, I like the system in Gangster Granny, but I just think it's very cheap and scaled back. And I really hope because they've got Nemesis on the cards, and there's also then Project Horizon. I just really hope they don't pull a lot of the finances for Jewel and then ruin it, because that's where they'll take a really good vintage ride and ruin it with something modern and not as superior kind of thing.
Yeah, I do like the transit system. I like the fact that it turns and stops you and so on and so on. Would I take it over Jewel's? Probably not. I would keep Jewel's transit system, which by the looks of it they're going to be doing. I mean, think about it. How much would special effects these days cost, and a whole new...
The amount of smoke machine fog and smoke machine fluid they've used outside of Jewel.
Yeah. And the lighting, and you think Jewel's massive.
Yeah, it's massive.
Jewel's huge. I wonder if I can find an aerial view that I can bring up here of Jewel. And we can just see. And obviously I can give the old share screen a test for the stream. But yeah, I mean, how big, Jack, in that video did he say that the building is?
I think it's the size of a Tesco, isn't it? It's the size of a Tesco Superstore, he says.
It's ridiculous. So you imagine how it's not going to be cheap to retheme all that. There we go. Let me whack you onto a share screen and we'll see how this works. Sorry for the comments, guys. If you post, I won't be able to bring them up just yet. Any mistakes I make on this?
The size of a
it's all new to me. So, Mike, I'm not as fluent as you on this yet, so bear with.
Screen.
I know.
Why have you changed the background?
Which one are we on? There we go. There we go. We can. Is that okay for everyone?
There it is. Dual toilets.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I mean, that is a sizable building. And,
it is, yeah.
You know, if
the facade compared to
if they are replacing every single scene, I can't imagine that's going to be cheap. Sent you a message. Oh, right, sorry.
Says it out loud. Look behind though. Look at all the stuff behind, just hiding. I'm sure they're River Rapid boats. Well, it looks like anyway.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
But yeah, look at the little facade.
Yeah, it's interesting to see what they'll do with it.
Right, we'll stop sharing now. Just so we're showing. Did everyone see that?
Yeah, I see. Yeah, we've seen it.
Perfect.
It's absolutely humongous, the building, isn't it? It's,
oh, look who's here, Dan! Daryl Dazzle-Morgan! Hey! Hi there, Ginger and Brown. How are you both from Daryl Dazzle-Morgan? Patch. I've got to show him. Right. Daryl.
We've watched your videos, right? And Paris does this since I got her this teddy.
Pumpkin patch.
One of your biggest fans here, Daryl. I think Jack is as well, aren't you, Jack?
I'm not gonna.
Daryl is a theme park.
I watch his videos. Yeah, definitely.
Daryl goes to theme parks dressed as a banana.
He does.
Yeah. And he does bin pops. Something no one else does. He puts his camera in the bin.
It's really weird though, because I've actually seen this guy on multiple visits, just dressed as a banana when I've been there. It's a mad coincidence.
Madness. Well, when we moderated Theme Park High Lives, I wasn't sure if Daryl was fan the way, and no, Daryl has a Morgan. He goes, patch.
Daryl's a lad. We've never met you, Daryl, but
no, we have watched.
We've watched your videos, mate.
We have watched some videos, and we do have a good little giggle. But yeah, I seen on Halloween that you were saying pumpkin patch, and then Dan was like, no, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. I was like, no, he does. So every Halloween video, I was like, he says pumpkin patch. Dan's just gonna have a fiddle with
no,
his,
I'm not gonna mess with this. I don't know. Mike's messaged me a little tip separate. That's all, and I don't want to mess with anything on the first night, but maybe in a future one I will.
Yeah. Right, go back to comments. But yeah, like we said, if anyone's got any topics or questions they want us to discuss, just
we're not still sharing screen, are we? Yeah.
No.
Did that Google Map show up all right for everybody? Please put in the comments.
It did. Well, if
it's just the first little trial, like, of getting used to everything. But I'm really happy with this layout. Really happy.
The way Daryl has official in his name, is there an unofficial counterfeit banana man imitating
him?
Gosh, I can't even.
Dan,
we're not going to show that comment because unfortunately he's got a swear word in. He says, "Shall we discuss?"
Who?
It's held for review.
All right.
It says, don't click it. I'm telling you. Shall we discuss how Scarefest was?
Oh, white law, naughty, no swearing.
No swearing on this channel.
But Scarefest. Oh yeah, I mean, I guess we can do.
It was a bad.
Hannah paid to go in the mazes twice
again.
Yeah, we did. Do you know what though? The first time we did them, they weren't that great, but the second time were much better, wasn't it?
No, not really.
You even said
no. It was just, no, it wasn't better. It was still there. I think it was just the different experience.
Yeah, that was it. Better. So it was better than the first time.
No, but it was still the same. Like it was.
Well, obviously the theming's not going to change, is it? Within a week.
I didn't mean that, but
the experience was much better what we had the second time we went through it than the first. But they're still equally as poor as you can be.
We are listening. I'm just trying to do something. Hang on. Mike's telling me to give something a try. And click the ticket underneath. Create banner.
Yeah.
And type in what?
What you type, it scrolls. I don't know. We're just going to give this a go. So.
Oh, hang on. It's not scroll across the bottom ticker, is it?
Yeah, click that.
And then what?
Click that. Click that so I can type. No, click so I can type.
Some trial and error going on, guys, with this streaming software, so bear with.
I've just got it up on my phone, and so far it looks pretty cool. Looks good.
Yeah, well, we had it on the TV, but I've turned it off because I'll be constantly looking at it.
Yeah, distraction, isn't it?
What are we talking about? Scarefest, right? Let Paris do this, and then we'll crack on with it. I'll let you guys go first with your reviews and stuff, but I'll be honest, I've been disappointed for years. Like, I really have.
Let's see if this will work.
Mike, legend.
What a ledge! Thank you very much, Mike.
I'm just stressing about messing something up, and Mike's like, it's really not difficult. Right. I'm like, I'm sure it probably isn't, but
it'll stay up.
Whoa! Mike.
Mike's a ledge.
There you go.
Go and subscribe to Mike because he's a ledge. Right. Anyway, go on to Scarefest.
So, well, Mike's already started us off with the invitation was amazing. Yeah, I've got actually nothing good to say about that maze, to be honest.
The invitation, yeah. I mean, I don't understand why there was a bloody vampire theme to it.
I'm not going to lie. I actually had really good hopes when I seen the queue line theming and the way it was, and especially them actors that was in the queue line, they were really, really good. But then when you went in, it was like, what the hell was that?
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah, apparently, Jack.
I do agree.
Yeah, actors.
No, we did it. Don't forget, we did it the second time, the second week afterwards, and it was exactly the same. It was exactly the same. There were no actors inside and nothing. But yeah, I agree with Mike. The audio, the audio
gear was spot on, but everything else was bad. Oh, look who it is! Hey. Hi, Jay. Hi, Robin. I'm guessing Robin will be with you. Hi, Jay. Hi, Robin.
Hi, guys. Jay's probably sat munching on his croissants.
Yeah, on his croissants and his pan au chocolat.
Yeah, I didn't think the headsets were very good. I thought they were very poor.
I mean, I was going to have scares.
No,
I've got a massive head. I don't know how it's on camera. My head's huge.
Yeah, Dan's got a big
I've got a massive head and the thing just didn't fit. I had to have the top of the headphone around the back of me head. And I like the fact that the cage in front had the stones in, and in with the audio you could hear the vampire walking and the stones crunching. But what are you laughing at?
So Dan's
Mike's comment.
Invitation, because Dan said they've blew the budget for scare zones.
Yeah, I would agree, Mike. They probably have.
Daryl put Scarefest was stale this year. It was not as good as last year. Tully's blew me over this year. We've not done Tully's.
No. Anyway, as I was saying real quick, but I like the fact that the stones and the crunching of the stones as the vampire was walking on the audio, there was stones. There was stones, wasn't there, in the cage in front of us?
Yeah.
That kind of tie-in was quite clever how they did that to play in your mind, because people would have looked into the cage. But there should have been an actor in there or a vampire, or whatever it was. And then when the lights went out, maybe... I don't know. They could have just done it better than it was. You can't tell me somebody who worked at Alton Towers passed that off and went, that's
it's just
enjoyable.
How you listen to it and you're like, put your fingers on the cage. So I thought, do I have to put my fingers on the cage? Do I not? And then you listen to the audio in the pitch black, and then it just went.
I weren't doing that.
Lights on, out you go.
Put my fingers on the cage. There's no chance.
Like when you
I thought about it.
I'm telling you, I thought, oh, is that what we've got to do? But then it literally just stopped completely. The lights came on, and it was like, please exit. It was like, what's just happened?
It feels rather like it was a rushed thing that they kind of just threw in as a, oh, well, we've not got the budget to build a new maze, so we'll just throw this together and hire a company to do it. And they did it at 2 Merlin sites, didn't they? They did it at Thorpe Park.
I think Thorpe Park was a little bit better than the one.
The terminal at Thorpe Park was much better because it wasn't anything related to Halloween. It was more sci-fi, wasn't it? And it was there were none of these there were no theming outside. It was you
went into the
shipping containers, and they were called sleep pods, wasn't there? So they were like little booths that you went to sleep in, and all the lights, and you could see each other, couldn't you, when them lights flashed? But that was much better than Alton Towers, the Invitation. Anyway,
it was still poor, but it was
very poor.
Better than the one.
The Invitation was better than what was it called?
No, the terminal experience overall was much better than Invitation. However, Invitation's theming was better, wasn't it? The terminal, there was no theming. It was a cattle pen queue, and just walking in straight into into the shipping container.
Was the audio system the same? Was it the same headset and stuff?
Same headset. However, it
was the same guy as well.
And it was the same guy who did the voiceover, but it was like talking, like trying to put you to sleep, basically, wasn't it? It was about putting you to sleep, and then
White Lord, I'm gonna ban you.
Yeah, if that's a 3-year contract, then that I'm guaranteeing that Alton Towers will most certainly cancel that contract before next Scarefest.
Yeah, that contract's going through the shredder based on this year's reviews,
I'm not gonna. Just because obviously like language barrier, I'm not gonna swear here, but we were stood outside where we're playing on the claw machines, and we seen people come out and they were basically like, "What the hell was that?"
Was it to say
they walked right past us and
it was scary? Or
the Thorpe Park, did it?
Yeah,
it was more serious.
Thorpe Park, the Thorpe Park one was more serious rather than make you jump.
You had chips last night.
That was the only thing I enjoyed about the
I found that so funny.
I will say,
topics, food.
It made me think of Whitelaw when he asked about the chips, because that's all we see Whitelaw eat.
To each of you,
no, it's chips and a rainbow
which
cookie.
Did the best scare maze is Thorpe or Alton? We've not done Thorpe, so we'll have to leave Jack and Hannah to answer that. But I would imagine Jack and Hannah are going to say Thorpe.
Yeah, I'd say Thorpe for definite. I mean, probably because I've never done.
Yeah, we've done a lot of discussion about.
We had this discussion though, Jack, didn't we? And I said we would probably agree based on the fact that we've never done Thorpe's mazes, but you guys have been doing Towers mazes for years. You especially, Jack. So going on something new at Thorpe, it's probably going to be better because I'd pick the Fear Factory mazes because I've never done it. What else did we do this year? Even a couple of the ones at Scare Kingdom, we did
Scare Kingdom. We did
a few.
Scare City, which wasn't really mazes.
But it was just good, more enjoyable than what Towers had.
But Fear Factory Lives mazes
sorry guys,
were like top.
The invitation could have been better as one of our group behind. Was at the end?
I left so many bad reviews on the iPads outside the mazes. Oh no, Dan.
You might want to shut that window. They lost the curtains.
Is that what that noise was?
No, someone's just come in through the front door, and when our bedroom doors open, because just to be on the safe side, we plugged it in with Ethernet just so we didn't have any hiccups tonight. So the door's open because we can't shut the door fully. So when we opened the front door, the bloody curtains are just it's like being on a plane. The bloody curtain just shut out the window.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've all discussed the invitation. Clearly, pants. Next,
they could make it so good.
We'll do it in the reverse order that I think we all agreed in on the blog.
No, because I was different. Because I like Darkest Depths.
Yeah. Okay. So the next one up would be the attic. The attic. If we're going from worst up to best, there was only Paris who differed. Her favourite was Darkest Depths. My favourite was Altonville Mine. And
same
to me,
here.
even Altonville Mines is past it, but we'll carry on anyway. So what?
All of us on attic.
Attic, yeah. You guys go for it. Fire away. What's your thoughts?
The attic, I think I like the overall theme, but I think again it's past it now, and it needs something fresh. And I think I'd rather bring back Terror of the Towers, to be honest, than keep bringing back the attic. Yeah, we were, and I think again another poor marketing by Alton Towers by including the Terror of the Towers name in it, because it has nothing to do with what we've.
You know what? I have never really took much notice of that. Terror of the Towers, the attic, isn't it?
Yeah. And I was very. That's what when we first heard about the attic, that's what definitely made me like look forward to it the more.
Trying to keep up with comments, guys. I do apologise. I get that into the chat. Paris has been focusing on the comments. Hi, Rebecca. Rebecca's in the chat.
Yeah, I like that. I like that, Daryl, about Thorpe. That's it, like the fact that everything is included.
Which one?
The Daryl
it
one.
works so it works so much better.
Included with admission. With Towers they charge. With Thorpe it was only the maze.
Do you know what I also think, Daryl, as well?
So the scare zones were free, basically.
Yeah, and the fact that Fright Nights, it feels like a complete separate event to the actual theme park itself, doesn't it? Because it's like when you get there early in the morning, it's not Fright Nights, it's normal Thorpe, and then at 3 o'clock, it all changes, and that's and I think that is much better than the model that Towers use for definite. Because obviously when you walk into Alton Towers at Scarefest, it's Scarefest right from the start, isn't it? And they've got the Alton ancestors, but Thorpe, it all kicks off at 1 o'clock weekends and peak times, and then 3 o'clock on off peak, because that's what we did, didn't we? We did it off peak.
I really miss scare zones.
Scare zones for me are fundamental. You know, they're absolutely fundamental to make any sort of Halloween event work.
Someone made a good point in a vlog that we watched, and I can't remember who it was. I'm sure many people have said it.
I do charge mine.
Scare zone is a great option for 2 reasons. The most important one in this day and age is obviously for people who can't afford to pay. Yeah, you know, £30 for non-pass holders is a substantial amount of money to do something on top of the admission price that you're already paying to get in. Not let alone fuel costs to get to the park, because I'm not sure everyone is as gifted as us to only live like an hour and a half away. I'd say that's gifted. Mike lives an hour away in Stacey. Some people probably live closer, but most people, they come from all around the country to go. And that is a lot of money on top of food, fuel, parking.
Parking as well. Merch,
but then also, my second point was people who are scared to go into scare mazes. Youngsters, they can maybe stick the toe in the water and go through like a scare zone, which
scare zones are so good. Do you know? And that proved it with Crows of Morecambe Meadow at Thorpe Park was for a free scare zone. That was absolutely phenomenal. Like,
where did that rank with? I say Zombie Scare Zone because Zombie Scare Zone, out of the scare zones we did at Towers, I've never done a scare zone anywhere else. We had Freak Show. Was it Freak Show?
Yeah.
Was that the maze or was
Toxic Jump Down was
they had the freak show, didn't they? Where they did the it was like the bearded lady and the strong man, and it was the walkway between X Sector and Spinball. It was that walkway, wasn't it?
Down that path.
Where it ranked for me, you're never ever gonna beat Zombie Scare Zone with the likes of Ian Gower and Rob Stevenson. You're never ever gonna beat that.
If you take away the fact that we knew people in there, because obviously them actors we knew from the Sanctuary because we had Freedom Pack.
Yeah, we did, yeah.
And where would you rank it if you just took it on, like, not knowing people, forget that aspect, theming, atmosphere, scares, compared to the Meadow one? I don't know what it's called because I don't know.
I think the Morecambe Meadow was my favourite scare zone I've done. Yeah, right. and I think,
and I would expect that because it's obviously more modern and they've probably learnt a lot, haven't they?
Well, the positioning where it was at the side of Saw, and near where the Saw, the former Saw Alive maze building is, and it was, they did 2 routes, in the actual scare zone itself, didn't they? So you could go through 2 routes.
Yeah, there was 2 options,
and you was like in the queue line of the Saw Alive building. And it was really, really good. It was better in the dark, wasn't it? Obviously, with an open top scare zone.
We did it in the day, did we?
We did. It was like sunset, wasn't it? When we first went through, it was like 5 o'clock.
The crow actors are amazing.
Yeah, the crow actors are fantastic. And they were really good to like film and stuff because every camera that were put in front of them, they were all like coming close to them, weren't they? So they were. It was really, really good.
Jump off for a second and just go and get run to the loo and get Paris a quick drink.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. So it'll be Hannah who's sat here for a moment.
But you're all right. You'll be all right keeping the chat.
I just want to say, guys.
Right, you took your camera off.
Just want to say, guys. There we go.
Back in a
sec. Guys, don't forget to obviously rate, comment, and subscribe. Send us as many comments. Subscribe to the channel. Like it. Share us around. And just do what you normally do, to be fair. But Hannah, enough of the theme park chat. I'm going to go on to it. Hannah's just got the new Bratz game. And it's an absolute throwback from when, I won't say I was little, but I was little.
I was reading something and apparently it takes 2 hours to complete. So
you've definitely been on it longer than 2 hours.
No, I've not. I don't think so.
To be fair, you've been like scooting around on a little scooter.
Oh, I love it. It just reminds me of when I had my pink PS. I think it was a PS2. It was bright pink, and I used to play it all the time. It was a Bratz Rock Angels.
Yeah, it was the Rock Angels game.
Yeah,
and it had the Twinvilles. Is that what they're called? The 2 blonde girls with the plasters over the noses. And the blue eyes. New one, Rebecca. So basically, there's a new Bratz game that's come out, and basically, like, in a way, revamped the old one. But Hannah's just got it. She's been sending me loads of videos of it. But it's out.
It's really good. Also, really good.
Just a quick one. So Daryl said, "Did you both go to the fireworks at Alton Towers this year?" No, we didn't. Jack and Hannah did.
We did.
Me and Dan didn't because we was doing something. Oh, bonfire night. Obviously, we do our own bonfire night, and then the Sunday, Dan wasn't in work. I don't know what we did on the Sunday, but no, we didn't. But they did, and they said it was. It was
really good. I really enjoyed it.
And obviously, Love to Explore that went as well. Rebecca put, I didn't have that one. I had Forever Diamonds and Bratz the movie.
But were they movies
or the games? I didn't even know they did. She needs it for Christmas. To be fair, I think on the PlayStation Store it's only about 38 quid.
I paid I think 34. 34.
But obviously for the digital copy it'll be a little bit more.
More into it, yeah.
Yeah, I'd love it, but I don't have time. It's finding the time.
Yeah, the game on the PS2. That's what I had. Mine was pink.
No, I had a standard black version. We're going tomorrow as well. You're going to Alton Towers tomorrow. Nice. What were you doing tomorrow? I think we're just chilling tomorrow. I don't think we're doing anything. Open? I think it's open on weekends. I don't know. Come say hi if anyone is going. Yeah, there must be. Stacey and Mike are going to Alton Towers. So if anyone in the chat is going Alton Towers, go and say hi to Mike and Stacey. Rebecca said the two sisters are. Yeah. With the pink dress and the bright pink hair and then the blue eyeshadow. Why have they got plasters on the noses? Like they've had Botox or something?
Plasters?
Oh, leave me alone. Yeah, I said plasters. £20 ticket roughly. Oh no, I'm not paying any more money. Yeah.
No rides open, is there?
Daryl put, I didn't go to the fireworks at Towers this year. I had a family to go. Yeah, I think a lot of people, to be fair, had like parties to go to. Jack and Hannah, I'm sure you came down. Yeah, they came down to ours. We had bonfire night, and then was it the night before you went Towers?
No, it was the night after.
Night after.
No,
it was the night
Saturday.
after.
Yeah.
Friday. We went to the Friday night.
So the night before then, because we went there on Saturday.
We didn't go to Towers on Saturday. We went to Towers on the Friday
night.
Yeah,
then we went to Dan and Paris's on Saturday.
Yeah, so we did Towers first.
But you just said you did it after.
Day before. Oh, right, day before. Yeah, day before.
You make me feel like I'm going crazy.
You are.
I'm back. I was just checking the stream. The family's got it on downstairs.
There's Bernadette. Just jumping into the live stream. She'll see herself later. Like, why did you do that?
Oh, Rebecca, it was so good. That rogue.
We had a really good time.
Yeah, that rogue firework made my night.
Yeah, it was a good. We will be putting up the video. Hopefully, we'll be editing it probably tomorrow. Maybe. Rebecca said hello, mother. And Stacey said, hi, Dan's mum. The story was good, but has been better in previous... The story of what? What story, Dan? How far behind are you? Catch up, get live.
Because they didn't really have a story, did they?
Yeah. No, we were talking about a
Every rides.
What?
Oh my God, it made my night, especially the TikTok. Oh yeah. If anyone hasn't seen what happened on our bonfire night,
it was brilliant.
Go to our TikTok, Ginger and Brown 18, and you will see what happened to one of our
fireworks.
It went rogue.
We had a
Daryl's put high Dan's mum.
I'm back, guys. By the way, we've not forgot the Scarefest chat, so we'll get back onto it in a second.
Well, we was on that.
Me and Paris had a discussion, Jack, the other day, and you're going to deny it, but I said I reckon Jack accidentally pulled that fuse cover off that rocket and snapped the stick again.
He did. He's smiling. He did.
Did you?
What was that?
No, we basically said that. Do you know when?
No, I was only messing, but I said, you know when you.
No. I don't know what happened with that firework. That was.
To be fair, mate, I watched it back, and it started going straight up, and then all of a sudden it just went. But go and check out our TikTok to watch it.
Ginger and Brown 18.
Jack lit that one, and it was one of only a few that he lit, and it just went a bit wild.
I'm sure it was the one that we bought from that shop before we came to yours. It was one of
that house next door, Jack, and you can get you can take it back with the receipt.
I know.
Don't forget, guys, so to keep rating, keep sharing. I think we've got 11 likes so far. I am trying to keep up with it.
Go and follow Theme Park Jack on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Facebook, everything.
And follow Theme Park Hannah when she eventually makes a theme park one.
Yeah.
Unless you two decide to merge a name. Because we were Paris Brown anyway.
Theme Park Jacana.
Theme Park Hannock.
No.
Why?
No. Get out.
Get out.
Right. Anyway, so what was we on to? We did the attic. We didn't say our bit because I've got a lot to say on the attic. It's pants.
So
you're strongly opinionated over that, aren't you?
Oh, Dan's strongly opinionated on everything, but let me say mine before Dan goes on to his, because we'll be here for half an hour.
I'm like, oh.
So the attic. Rebecca put theme park hack.
Theme park hack, yeah. Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah.
But I'm just thinking, I was only just a quick one on that. I was just thinking because like Hannah's in a lot of your pictures and a lot of your posts, so I'm just thinking maybe merge, maybe not. It's up to you. But the attic, I really like the theming up until the bedroom.
This is why we're together. We're exactly the same.
The bed up until you go out of the bedroom, and then it just goes and it just plummets, and you're just like, like what's just happened? You go into all these themed rooms with beds, dolls, all got like red eyes and things like that. The acting is pants. I'm not gonna lie, the acting is pants. They just stand there and they go, "You want to play a game?
The acting,
and you just think.
Sorry to any of the actors that could be in the chat. Like, we're not dissing you, but I guess we are.
But come to someone who
Sorry.
Turn that down.
I'm just
come to someone who clearly has acted in Subspecies and scared a lot of people. It wasn't scary. It was more comical. But the theming was good until the bedroom, and then it went downhill. You go to a room that's completely blank with a screen with a ghost that you never see.
Oh,
you see the back end of it or the front, and then you don't see any of it because you can't stop. They say don't stop, and obviously they've got a projection where they're wanting people to see it, and you're like, well, we can't, because if we stop, then there's going to be a backlog of people. So you go past that screen, and then you go into a fireplace.
And the thing is, we're not hardened to it because we went to Fear Factory. This isn't a plug. We went to Fear Factory. We went to Fantasy Island, and we jumped.
Oh yeah, we jumped a lot.
Jack and Hannah jumped a lot. We jumped a lot. I even screamed a few times.
Yeah, we did. We did jump a lot, especially with Fear Factory.
And then your sweatshirt, look, you know it. Rebecca will sell it you.
No, you won't. I won't sell it to anyone. You won't even let me wear it.
But yeah, so it's like we're not dissing the Towers mazes because we're going all like, oh, we're not scared, we're not this, that, and the other. It's just they're just a bit predictable. But then we have done them numerous times, so we kind of know where it's going.
Exactly. This is this is the thing that we discussed.
The invitation was brand new.
I know, scary, but we said this at Thought. Like we went into Thought with an open mind because obviously we're brand new, fresh, like Fright Nights goers. If you say we'd never done it before. So it was always gonna top Alton Towers because what did they do that was different? The attic and that, not the attic, the invitation. Sorry.
How many times did we do Sanctuary over the years, over the season, over the 3 weeks? I believe that Scarefest was on, and you
could have kept the Sanctuary open from 2011, 2012 when it first opened, and you could keep it open to this date, and I would still. Every time I went to Alton Towers, continuously go through it and not stop.
Never mind.
Did anybody else? I've only seen videos of the fireworks last week. Maybe I'm the only one. I doubt it. That read a lot into Jerry coming up on the screen.
Yeah, I did.
Please, if they're still in touch with him, please to God.
That video's not come out of it. That video's not come out of anywhere, in my opinion. I don't think they've just randomly gone, oh, we'll invite Jerry Cannell back for a short sequence.
Yeah.
I think there's more. I don't know, it might be reading into it, but I think
just the thing on that, Dan Whitelaw, don't put anything.
Yeah, don't say it.
Don't say anything.
Also, everyone watching, 7 people, everyone in the comments, go and follow my mum's YouTube channel, Catching Up with Bernie. She's got a vlog on there from the cliffs in Blackpool. And it's gone really, really well. She tells us every day how many views she's had on it, and I can't remember. It was like
28,000.
I've got 70,000 in my head.
It might be more.
Probably not be. Mum, comment in the chat how many views you've had on it, and we'll post it up. Daryl, the acting in Terror of the Towers was great.
Yeah,
it's just a shame that Towers did not spend the money on scare zones. I think Towers spent more money on the other events.
Yeah. Oktoberfest most definitely.
Yeah, I think you can charge for a scare maze. You can't charge for a scare zone.
Yeah. So it's making more money. That's all it is.
I think it's clear as day. That's what's happened. You can't charge for a scare zone, really, but you can charge for a scare maze. So they've gone down the charge. Might consider riding the new Nemesis.
Don't fib. Don't fib.
I told you, Mum. I said if you do a vlog riding Nemesis and you're as scared as you are, it wouldn't be an act. you'd be petrified because I know you would be. But
Dan Whitelaw's put
you have the camera. You have the camera on you when you come off. I tell you, I think you get some views, and we put you on TikTok. Woman faints after riding Nemesis.
Woman faints.
10 million views.
Yeah, Dan, keep your mouth shut.
Me?
No, Dan. Not Dan. You're my Dan. Dan
anyway, yeah. So
gosh.
the attic.
Your mum said so. I think 20. I did say about 28, so 26.
That's crazy. That's 26,000 views.
Yeah, big up to that video and all the viewers on that one.
The Cliffs Hotel in Blackpool for anyone who's after a night stay. Wicker Man first. Yeah, she should do Wicker Man, but listen, she should do a lot of things.
Hannah, what do you think Burn should do first?
We will carry on with the Scarefest discussion. This chat's all over the place, but I love it.
I'd say Wicker Man's a good start off, isn't it? It's a good.
Well, Alan's done Wicker Man.
I would say then Wicker Man. I think
no, you know, with Galactica, I think that lift hill and how slow and tall the lift hill is, I think might be enough to put your mum off. Like, but I personally think, Bernie, you should definitely try Wicker Man first. Definitely.
Yeah, I say.
Alan's done Wicker Man. Alan's won up from there. Hi, Simon from Dublin.
Welcome to the chat. Make sure
you know what, Rebecca? I could actually imagine Alan on your knee on Wicker Man.
Oh no, honestly, it was so funny. Me and Dan was he was literally like this.
We went round the lateral turnaround, you know, up by the tuck shop. I was going to say the shop at the top, and Alan was like this. He was on the I turned around, he was lying down.
It was so funny.
But I think Wicker Man's a bit more savage, a bit more wild. Not in a scary way. It's just a bit rough and ready and a bit rugged, and
get it ridden at the start of the day when it's nice and cold. It's not warm.
Riding Nemesis for somebody who's scared is like ripping a plaster off a very sore cut. It's over like that, and you're going to say after it, "Well, that wasn't too bad," or "That really hurt."
Don't start wheezing. Not a good.
Or in terms of Nemesis, that was really good, or that scared the crap out of me. Do you know what I mean? It's that fast.
It scared the what?
Crap out of me.
No.
Crap's not a word. We can say crap. Wheezing. Why's Rebecca wheezing?
Just with like Alan laying on your knee, probably.
Only you didn't have a drink.
Rewind.
Didn't have a pint.
Rewind. So, my views on Attic. Obviously, we've just all heard them.
I've not done
Dan's go on Attic. Go.
I mean, mine was the same as yours. I thought the theming was good. I thought the story was meh. The maze ended halfway through. If the exit would have been before we got to that room, was it a bed and a ghost on the sheet? The maze ended there. It would have been short but sweet.
Oh,
actually, no, it would have been short and I won't say the word.
No, don't say the word.
But them corridors that were scorched and the devil in, they are
horrific.
Awful. They are.
And you never see anyone. You see
and
the
that
devil
devil's
for like
costume. That devil's costume.
He's burning.
Tesco Halloween Island. Telling you now.
No, I think the mask is pretty good.
The mask was all right.
Do you know what it reminds me of? Do you remember when Nemesis opened? Have you seen the footage from years ago, '94? They had someone in a devil kind of. Do you remember that, Jack?
I do, yeah.
An actor in a costume, and that's what it reminded me of. I'm going to try and find it on Google, and if I can find it, I'll bring it up on the share screen.
I've just managed to find with a quick Google then a similar looking mask to the one that he wears in the attic.
Oh gosh.
Like a devil. It's like a devil mask, isn't it, with horns?
Yeah.
And it's $17.
Yeah, literally they'll have paid like nothing for him.
Telling you, yeah.
It just puts.
Although, does anybody remember? Does anybody remember from Carnival of Screams, Buddy the Puppet?
No.
In the Zoltar box.
No.
From Carnival, yeah, I did Carnival a lot.
That was
what a funny story to tell.
Said it
on
was
that, Jack. We'll tell it in a minute because you were with me.
Adventure Bears has said it was our first Scarefest, but we enjoyed the attic the most. We got bullied by that devil. To be fair, if you've not done it, it probably is good. But we've done them like every year. We go every year. And the fact that it's still the same ones, and then the one that they've brought in that's new is quite pants for all the big enthusiasts. It's quite disheartening to see the way that it's going. There's no, all you've got is the ancestors, you've got the mazes, and then you've got the shows that are on the stage. And the shows are more for the kids. I'd say, because you see a lot of, obviously, the Freaky Five. You don't really see much more else, do you? So it's quite...
I'm not being antisocial there. I'm just trying to find...
Just disheartening,
this,
the way it's going.
I'm just trying to find
I remember that, Dan. Yeah, I remember that.
Breath smelled like mini cheddars. Hey, Rebecca, I used to be an actor, and to be fair, you did eat a lot of like...
I'm not going to mention the actor's name, but I remember smelling flame grilled steak McCoys on somebody.
So do I.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, so do I.
I had a hankering when I come out with that maze.
A lot of the actors' breath smell like a... Do you know why it is? The thing is, I know this is going to sound really bad. Well, it's not. They don't really have the facilities for you to like make a decent meal. So you,
but they can give you some bloody Listerine.
You've got half an hour to get from your point in the maze up to the break room, have a break, and come back down and get into your next position, and then release your...
Yeah, but you can carry a bit of extra in your pocket.
No,
TikTok.
I honestly, I remember when I was in there. I remember being on Russell's Burgers, loads of like
beef breath,
Jaffa cakes, and just so much like bad food that probably did make me stink. But I lost a lot of weight.
Other chewing gums are available, Rebecca.
Because you're constantly on the go.
Other chewing gums are. Why does Matt still
No,
talking?
it does, because people are putting comments.
Yeah, but you can still see them. I've just brought up something to show, actually. I'm going to share screen in a second.
Have you found it, Dan? Have you found the devil?
I haven't. I come across it the other day, but I think it was a YouTube thumbnail. But I found a costume that people were wearing on the opening day. I'm going to share it now. But you'll see it on some videos, and the guy had like it did look like a devil with horns, but I don't know why. But it reminded me of the first thing I thought of when I went through the attic for the first time was the opening of Nemesis. I wasn't there. I was probably about 5, but I remember that costume. I'll share a screen real quick, and I will show you
Jack,
the
if you
image.
want to reply to Dan's comment, why have you not clicked?
I'm just going to pull it up first so I can.
I
remember that. Times are getting right plugging off me tonight.
No, hang on.
I remember that, Dan. That was the worst run through that we'd ever had. That wasn't it? And he was just stood there talking to the bloke in the.
I know. I'm going to share this, and then I'm just going to take the. I don't know how well that showed. Yeah, let me just remove the background. Sorry, guys. Still learning. How's that?
It's really hard to see.
There we go. So that was one of the costumes that they were wearing on opening day. But there was a guy very similar. He had like a black leather jacket on, and he had like an alien. No, not an alien. Like, he did look like a devil, some kind of monster. He looked like.
I've seen that image before.
You've seen it, Jack? Yeah. I don't know what that is in the background. Like some pram. You can tell it was 94. Look at that.
Steffo pram.
The wheels on that. Looks like a shopping cart. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think I just thought the attic was poor overall, and it was definitely the final half, or at least the final third.
Yeah.
That let it down. It was just like we didn't know what to do, or we didn't have the funding.
We run out of money. Here's a bit of spray foam on the wall and some paint.
Put corridors with hot gaps for actors to jump out, and made the walls look scorched, and they just had a big devil at the end.
The thing is, I saw no actors in that fact. You don't see an actor.
Do you remember the strobe maze in top?
Oh my god, that scared me.
The strobe maze. Well, it was incredible.
It scared me so much, that maze.
You couldn't see anything. No,
and you had a cage.
Do you remember the chapel, Jack? Was it the chapel?
It was, yeah.
There was the chapel room. There was the banqueting hall.
So there was, and I remember. And you went through the like bookcase.
Yeah,
and stuff,
and the music. It was just. It had ran its course, and it was done for.
But bring it back.
But I would rather have that. If you're going to replace it with something better. And they didn't. They replaced it with the attic.
Do you remember? No, I'm just gonna. The way that the strobe maze in top reminded me. It reminded me of Hannah when she went in that cage in Fear Factory. Not Fear Factory. At Fear Island. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. No one's seen it. But she was going, and she's looking at me, screaming at me, and then there's this hand and she's like,
That was scary,
guys.
Funny. I did my wheezy horrible cough. Not cough, my wheezy horrible laugh. I could not stop laughing throughout them. They were so scary, but so good. Yeah, Dan said the strobe was brilliant.
Yeah, Rebecca come in that. Rebecca come in Terror of the Towers with me many years ago when it put it off Scare Mazes. We spoke to Jack Lewis before we went in.
Oh, yeah.
And he messaged me on Facebook and he said,
if you
before you come in, message me and I'll give you a little something extra.
Yeah, they do.
So I messaged him. I told the host radioed through to him because he was one of the leaders in there. He had the radio and stuff, the headpiece. And me and Rebecca go in and we're stood. Rebecca put in the comments if there's anything I've missed, but we stood in the pre-show room. Anyone who remembers it was white sheets all the way around and then a white sheet,
a big one,
with a projector on the screen.
A bit like Hex.
Exactly like Hex. I would say even the same size.
They run out, don't they?
And there was nobody around on a normal run through. And all me and Rebecca seen were these very long. Anyone who's seen Insidious.
Like you said, Vecna.
No, it's Insidious.
Yeah, but like
you know when the figure in Insidious is stood next to the kid's bed, he's got dead long fingers. Even Rebecca said exactly the same thing. We talked about it after. And these fingers just come around the curtain like that.
Rebecca's got a cracking comment when it comes.
That was it. Rebecca just had she had a panic attack. We had to be. She had to be. Rebecca, did you go? You got took out. Did I go through and meet you at the end? I think I did. How selfish is that? She had a panic attack. She had to be removed, and I went through with.
But that's just you. You'd probably do that if it were me. Like, you know what, Paris, fend for yourself.
Paid to go in.
Yeah, exactly. You just do it anyway.
That's what I do. Yeah, that's exactly what I do.
Sorry, guys, I need to live again.
She's just put it's not come through yet. I dropped to the floor and was
I'll be back.
You still went through. # sibling goals.
I went through, yeah. Can't remember if I was on my own, but
no, we knew you probably were. It's horrible, isn't it, sometimes?
Terrible.
I just want to say, by the way, massive shout out to Tower Street, by the way. Their fact files on the rides and stuff's coming in pretty handy here.
Why are you needing fact files on the ride? You should know them. You're off theme park.
No, I'm trying to look for. I'm trying to look through the comic to see if there's anything that Dan was trying to go on. Yeah, I've got the PDF version here. I'm trying to see if there's a picture of that devil.
I don't know which one it's in.
I want to see if there's any pictures of that devil that Dan's on about because it's pretty.
I remember looking through it to do my makeup, and I did the monster on my chest. If you haven't already, guys, that is on the channel.
I showed it the other day.
Dan shared that the other day. It's really good. That
I'm trying to think.
I shared it to try and get it. I shared it to try and get it caught up in the hype, but it never really.
Took off.
It was a really good makeup, to be fair. It was something I really wanted to do.
Forever, didn't
Paris is very good at drawing, and so was Rebecca, actually. I mean, my artistic drawing side isn't very good. However, this is all my creation. This overlay on the screen. I'm quite proud of it.
Digitally, yeah.
Digitally, yeah.
You can really do good stuff.
With the thumbnails in the videos and stuff, they've really come along. For me, anyway, I really like them. But yeah, I really want Paris to do me a drawing of Nemesis. Yeah. And I said I would actually frame it. I don't know where to put it, but maybe as
take down one.
Maybe as a backdrop.
We've got a lot of pictures. Art degree over here, lads and lasses. Yeah,
that's the one. Yeah, we come to your graduation.
We did. Oh, Daryl Dazza.
There are some scare mazes.
There is one scare maze at fault this year. I did. It had strobes. The actors pushed and shoved you. I remember the name of it. Jack might not. Was that Creek Show Massacre?
No, it weren't that. It was near Swarm.
Survival Games, Daryl.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a really, really good maze that me and Hannah got split up into, and I ended up going around with these young lads, didn't I? Who was like clinging on to me all the way through.
Hannah, you were dead funny. I bet you were screaming all the way around.
It was
actually all right.
It reminded me like of Subspecies, you know. It was very similar, similar to Subspecies, and I think that's the one that Daryl's going on about. I think. That was
Survival Games.
Survival Games, yeah, that's the one that we actually queued 80 minutes for because it kept going. It kept breaking down.
Sounds like our Red Force queue. No, to be fair, our Red Force queue was a hell of a lot more. Port of Ventura.
I feel like I'm in the Red Force queue in this sweater with that window shut. Can you open the window again, please?
I did say. I just want to say just before we start. just before we started the live, what did I tell you before we started the live?
Got roller cola, telling you.
What's in it though?
Roller cola.
At the minute,
Dr.
Pepper.
Roller cola.
What?
Dr. Pepper. I'm going to go and grab another beer in a minute.
You shouldn't stop the pepper on a Friday night when you've got a full 6 litre keg in the bloody perfect draft.
I've just finished off a beer. I'm waiting to get a chance to go down.
Make sure you carry the side over there. You keep drinking.
Adventure Bears got stuck in survival games for about 20 minutes.
Also, we need to carry on with the Scarefest discussion.
And Daryl Desert got lost in survival games.
We're up to Darkest Depths with the discussion, by the way.
No, we're not.
We are.
Yous are.
Right, so we'll go you first because you're on your own with Darkest being your.
Darkest
is your number
is
1.
Top.
What's your number 2?
Altonville.
So you go on Altonville.
Right.
It doesn't matter. We'll just go. So your favourite, Paris's favourite maze is Darkest Depths. Mine, Jack and Hannah's is Altonville. But I'd like to clarify, I'd like them all gone. They've all gone.
Yeah, they've all run.
I'd agree.
Started when I was there back in 2016, and it's still going now. Is bad. The fact that subspecies still isn't there. It's like
what was your standout with Darkest Depths? And we'll all do Darkest Depths and then we'll finish with all.
I think it's because I was at the front. But I love the theming. I love the smells. I love the fact that you go in to a pub and then you're in a
pub.
Yeah, well,
it's an inn.
Smugglers in, pub, same thing. You get beer. So you go in, you're in obviously the smugglers in. Spoilers, by the way, if anyone's not been through. Sorry, deal with it.
Well, I'm sure
hopefully it won't be coming back next year, so you won't be spoiling it for anybody. Hopefully.
Well, literally, like, I just love it because it's so well themed, and it's more the theming, I think, because the actors, some of them are brilliant, but some of them do lack a lot. And I'm sure it used to be a contact maze, and now no one really comes up to you. But right at the end, it was like gobsmacking. I was stood facing the Kraken, and I thought, he's not real. But I knew from previous that it could be real, and I thought, no, he's not moving. He doesn't look like he's breathing.
He got me.
And he literally just went woof with these big, massive arms, and I was like, oh.
I think he looked different than last time.
It did look different.
I didn't think it was real. It just put a coating on him to make him look fake.
Massive.
I jumped.
But agreed, Daryl. The smell of the sick. It was disgusting. But that's a good thing because they've got them smells in there. They've got the atmosphere. The
watch out.
That was good, the smells, but the second time we went through, the smells weren't on, so we didn't really get much of the smells the second time we went through. But the first time, it was spot on. So I think that's what.
You're kind of glad, though. To be fair.
Sorry, we just took my volume up a touch. There's no echo out, is there?
No.
Okay,
the issue is, I find with towers is the mazes are very inconsistent. So really, you can't really fully judge what the mazes are like until you've been through them a few times because they differ all the time, don't they? They're completely different.
Acting constantly.
Yeah.
But that's because, like, also once the actors go on the break, they do rotate. Because I remember in Sublight, I was in either the tunnel, I was on traps, I was in the dark room, or I was somewhere else. And I think I had 4 positions through the night to rotate around. So it'd be constantly different. But yeah, I just loved Darkest, and I thought the atmosphere, the smells, the theming, and to be fair, a lot of the costume and a lot of the makeup was good, but the scares did lack. But I did get a couple of scares.
To be honest, that's more of a family maze, though, isn't it? Really, not family, but it's more.
The lowest, I think it's the lowest one, the lowest pumpkin rating.
I'm sure of it. I'm going to have a little look now to see.
I think it's the lowest pumpkin rating. But even if not, I do think there should be back contact. I do think there should, because towers is not
Darkest Depths 12 and above.
No, I think they're all 12 and above, but
4 pumpkin rating. It was rated. The Altonville Mine Tours is a 5. The Invitation
is a 1.
It actually says scare rating to be confirmed. Well, I can honestly say, lads, don't bother because it was rubbish. so don't rate it. And the attic was a 5 as well. So yeah, it is. Your Paris, you're right. It's the lowest
one. Because I know that Holly from Ben and Holly, she went through it, and obviously she's quite young, and she really. Ow!
Oh, I'm sorry.
Dad, like Dan's just slammed his camping chair into
I'm sat on a camping chair, and Paris is sat on a stool from the back garden. We've not really got the best setup, have we? So actually, this is better than my bedroom.
Anyway, but, so I've done my review.
At least you two are on the same height as each other. So that beats us.
Like, I may as well be on the floor. You're actually all resting on the bed. You're on our bed, and then we've got the back.
-1 pumpkin invitation.
I've done Darkest Depths. So if Hannah or Jack want to go, and we'll do like opposite, whatever. So one of you two go on Darkest Depths. I know it wasn't your number 1, I know it was your number 2. But if one of you want to throw in your views on Darkest Depths,
pardon me,
go for it that way.
I enjoyed it. I thought again the storyline's really, really good, and I think I preferred it personally when it first debuted in the courtyard. I think it was better in there. However, it's really good, and to be honest, the smells, the theming, it's one of the best theme mazes that they've got. And I know it's in shipping containers, and a lot of it's in the that big maintenance building that they've got just out down the side. But it's very well executed, and the space that they've got, the use of the TV screens that they've got inside, like the mermaid floating around, and I think
used to have really a mermaid, remember?
Yeah, they did. They used to have a mermaid, and that wasn't there this year.
It wasn't the mermaid wasn't the mermaid where the Kraken guy was?
No, it was like before, and she was like lay on a rock, like with a full mermaid like costume, but no, that wasn't there this year.
All right, I don't really remember much. We only went through it once, but
I tell you what, though, shout out to Zach White who was in there, because I actually didn't know it was actually in there till the second time I went through, and he poked me in the side of the.
I'm a massive. I never met one. I'm a massive pirate fan.
Nautical, loves the nautical.
I've never met one, but I love. Like the Pirates of the Caribbean and stuff. I love all that kind of thing. And I love it when it's integrated. Nautical stuff. Yeah. Petrified of the sea, but nautical / pirates and stuff I love. So Darkest Depths theme for me is a 10 out of 10. Considering that whole maze is in shipping containers, I can't fault it for that. To be honest, actually, I can't fault it for anything, really. I find that sometimes it's a bit hit and miss. Maybe you go in and sometimes you'll get, but then every maze is like that. Yeah,
there's not enough actors at all.
When I think about it, I don't know. Maybe I do prefer that to Altonville, but then I like Altonville's theme. But I'll get onto that soon.
Yeah,
but I love the little pre-show. It's not a pre-show, but I love the little pre-maze section. You used to tell me there were pirates outside the caravan when we were kids. Never got over it. Yeah, I did. Me and Rebecca used to share when we were younger. We used to share a bedroom when we'd go on holiday in the caravan, and we were always by the sea. It was like a holiday by the coast, and I'd always say there was pirates outside the caravan of the night when we went to bed.
Horrible, innit? Horrible. Left her alone in a scare maze. Tells her there's pirates outside the caravan.
Yeah, but if you're not a brother, if you don't,
no, you're
not a boy. You know what I mean? But yeah, so as for Darkest Depths, I really enjoyed it.
You cut up Jack though then, because he was mid. Like,
yeah, but I was bloody mid chat. Sorry, we always cut over each other on this channel. It's mine and Paris' thing. It makes it unique. Go on, Jack. You speak.
Yeah, Darkest was.
Anyway, I'm only messing. Go on.
Darkest Depths was good. It wasn't my favourite, but I think like everything there now, I think we're ready for a change, aren't we? But no, I think for anybody new visiting, I think I'd enjoy it. Yeah, personally, I think it was a good maze.
I think as well, if you factor in what they've done, Jack, with it being shipping containers, you can't complain.
You can't. The fact that the entirety of that maze is shipping containers and that big maintenance building. It's very good with the space that they've used. Very, very good. I think because if you think about it, the position, exactly the location it's in, Scare Zone used to be there. Zombie Scare Zone used to be there, didn't it?
Yeah, from the opposite end.
From the opposite end, yeah.
Where Dark Forest was. We come through and then we exited. And you remember you used to have the army marshals in there? You remember?
They did, yeah, they did.
Army gear, yeah. It was brilliant. Zombie Scare Zone was quality. Love the scare maze, and also there is a bit of spookiness.
And to know about people lost at sea, such as pirates and mythical
creatures. The story works so well with it, and you feel. I felt like I'm on the deck of a ship or in a ship.
Yeah, it's crazy how they've done it.
Amazing, considering that is in shipping containers. The theming, the smells, the immersiveness. It's 10 out of 10 for that. But again, I'm rating this based on many run-throughs, and I think we all are. So maybe we're not giving it a first crack of the whip. But
Hannah, what is your views? Just a quick one. Hi, Lewis Pro 14. Hello, welcome.
Hi, Lewis.
Give us a rate, give us a subscribe and a share. But
please,
Hannah,
everyone watching, share us around. I keep saying it.
And rate, give it a thumbs up.
I'd love to see maybe 15 people watching. We've had a solid 8. We've had 11 max tonight, and I think the most we've ever had is 12, 13. I'd like to see 15 people or 20.
Hannah, what's your views on Darkest Depths?
I loved it. Yeah. It'd probably be number 1, but the thing is,
you need to sit up because your chin's like this at the bottom.
We might
sorry.
It actually petrifies me, and it makes me feel like I'm so underground. But Darkest, like the theming's so good. And the smells, like and the story as well, like the story behind it, like it just works.
It does, it really does. It's mad, like how you go from Alton Towers and then you go into like a pub. It's not the pub.
I love that bit where like you're underwater and like it's trickling, like
such
it did feel
the
like
water effect.
It's
cold as well. And then you come out and you're just like.
Was the water in it this year? There wasn't.
I don't think the water effects were on, but there have been previous years. There has been a lot of water effects used. I remember them using
that one though, Rebecca. Darker.
Yeah, Rebecca probably would really. That one's really good. To be fair, it's not as intense. It's not as intense as any of the others, anyway. But if you want to start on. Unveil my tours. The guy said to me, didn't he? He went, do you want to do my script? I was like, to be fair, I've learned it. So
Altonville's got a solid story, and from start to finish, the theming is solid. There's no dull moment. I love when you go in the mine shaft / elevator, and you're meant to be going down, and then someone comes and grabs you, the lights go out, someone comes and grabs you and pulls you through. They've all got the skin masks on, and they're all in different costumes. Some are hardly in any costume, with the tops off.
Daddy likes to
it just works, and you feel. I've seen the movies Wrong Turn. I don't know if anyone's seen Wrong Turn.
They're like, I have, yeah.
Reminds me of that.
Reminds me of that, yeah, exactly that.
Yeah. It's not like Leatherface.
It's pretty much what you see in them films, what you would see in Altonville Mines. You're going through. It's like you're in the weird kind of house or.
Well, that's what it is. They're all like a cult.
When you go through the room and there's like jars with different bits and bobs in it. And I don't know, it just works. The smell pods in there are good. The scares are good, but we've done it that many times. We don't really jump.
I just think there should be more contact in there. They used to rip you apart and completely split you up.
But maybe with having COVID, maybe. But then you're in people's faces, so that's not really an excuse.
I did get ripped apart from Hannah by Pagan. One of the actors I've obviously known since 2016. I met her back then when she was in Top. She was one of the vampires.
She the one that took a picture of us when we were at Scare City and said...
Yeah, and she ripped... Literally, Hannah was behind me holding on, just walking through, and she went...
across the room.
Flew, and I was like, oh my gosh. But she must have seen me coming, but I didn't see her, and she just grabbed... These hands came from nowhere, gripped me and pulled me. And as soon as that happened, I just knew. I was like, that's Pagan. And that's what I wanted. I wanted that fear of being grabbed and pulled away from people. Like back when I went through Subspecies, I remember I went with you, didn't I?
Mm-hmm.
And Kieran Quinn, who is another top actor, and he's always there every single year. He was in Subspecies at the time, and Dan, me and you got split. And he came up to me and he grabbed me and pinned me against the wall. And I was like, right, this is where I'm going to get scared. And he said to me, I said to him, I've not been scared. I said, he's been quite pants. He grabbed Dan, threw Dan into the wall. He accidentally threw him into the wall. He was supposed to duck his head down and push him under. Literally threw him into the wall. So Dan banged his head off the wall and then he went underneath. And then I got pinned against the wall and he went, right, here we go. I was like, he's going to scare me. And he was like, you ready to be scared? I was like, yeah. And then he threw me into this like tunnel and he chased me. And that's what scared me because I got like chased. But the fact that I knew the actors, obviously that heightens things. So when we was in Altonville,
that's what me and Jack was saying.
Pagan did what she did and that heightened it for me. But everyone else, I just think there's not enough.
I feel though when you're reviewing mazes, you've got to take out the fact that you might know somebody.
No, this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If that wasn't there with the Altonville with Pagan, this is why it's second. Then because obviously if I take away that experience I had with Pagan, it was just a downfall for me. I don't know if it was because I was in the middle or I was at the back. It's just a bit like
let's get on to this.
It's hard to. That's been and gone.
Has it?
Yeah, this is.
I didn't see this, Stacey. Sorry, I am trying to. I get carried away in the chat and then I don't see the comments. But that was, I really like that, and that was brilliant.
But yeah, like it just feels like there's not enough throughout. It's hard to reset. I know it is hard to reset.
Did we share this one?
No, not yet. I know it's hard to reset for actors because obviously I've been there and done that. But even if the people are coming past you, still scare them. Don't just let them walk past you as like a blank person.
Maybe you can't do anything if the actors aren't in there because there's
been
times we've gone through and there's been nobody there.
But what I'm saying is once the people at the front get the scare, the actor needs to just continuously keep scaring or keep doing something to scare the whole group.
It works like full circle. You've got to have the guys at the start batching people in at the right time so that the actors can do the scare and then reset. The person at the start balls up,
which
then it throws off everything else.
But it's also depending on audience because the audience can stop. Not the audience, like the public. The public will stop.
What Daryl said there, by the way, about the helmets. I already put it up, but I'll put it up again.
Used to put builders hats. The hard hats with the lights on. They were free.
Didn't they used to? Yeah, but as you went through the maze, didn't they used to go off?
Yeah, they used to.
Remember that, Jack?
They used to flicker.
Yeah, it was like a light thing, wasn't it? Where you'd hit a certain section, it'd either flicker or it'd brighten up. But I think they removed that because of COVID, didn't they? And then it's never returned since.
No, sadly, that was like a good part.
I need the loo again.
But I loved it where you just pull you apart. Oh,
yeah.
With the reason why Altonville takes our top, we did it on our own, didn't we? Yeah. We did it. So the last run through that we did it as a group of two.
Two of us,
There were nobody in the queue, and we waited.
That were intense.
We waited 10 minutes, and they just said, "Look, you're gonna have to go for on your own." And it was raining at this point, and when we got round to the beginning, the actor says, "Come on, let's huddle up inside and get out the rain." So we stood underneath the sign where we went. When we were doing the briefing, and it was like dead quick. The briefing was dead quick, and then they threw us in the lift, didn't they? And they proper had some fun with us, didn't they?
But that's good. I love when it's that like personal sort of like scary experience.
What? I think with it being a ticketed event and the fact that you have to pay for these mazes,
it should be personal.
You should go through them as your group because
where we did.
This is the issues, and this is where a lot of probably the bad reviews come from, is because Alton Towers try to put so many people through these mazes so they can put more tickets out there that they can end up sending batches of 12 people in. And like the people who are either in the middle or at the back, you're not getting anything at all because you're seeing it before it even happens, before you even...
I think the biggest batch you could do, this was back in obviously 2016, I'm sure the biggest batch were like 15.
And that's in a group?
Yeah.
We never went through in a 15, Jack.
No, we didn't. We never did.
Let me try and count.
There was probably 10 max, I would say.
10 or 12,
there was
maybe.
There was one hard hat at the front. There was one hard hat in the middle.
I'm trying to think sub-wise.
I think there was one at the...
probably about 12.
About Altonville. Yeah. Oh, you didn't do Altonville, did you?
No, I did. I went through as a press event.
Right.
Staff
but we never
event.
did. There was never 12. There was never 15 people on
but it depends. It depends how. It might have been 12 then. But to be fair, in sub when I don't know if Hannah you did sub, I know Jack did sub and Dan did sub. When you go through, you go into like a big briefing room, you get all these like there's loads of screens and a computer, and you get all this big briefing from Dimitri, who was on the screen. Cracking actor. If you've never like seen Dimitri act, is brilliant. I've never actually seen him act, but on the screen I was like, wow, this guy knows what he's doing. And then you go out of that room, down some stairs, down a corridor, which then there's a trap, and it sets this like audio off, where you come into the 3 doors. So you've got one door here, and one door here. Say if you're walking towards it.
Part.
And it was so hard. Yeah, it was so hard to get everyone in before the audio went like that. I had sometimes some people, so you have to put one person at this door, and then you have to fill them up and make sure someone's between each door or on the door. And I had people all the way to the end of the corridor sometimes. And I was just like...
Because it was like an L shape, wasn't it?
Yeah, so
and it went back up the steps, remember, Jack?
When it went like this, I had everyone lined up towards this, and the doors probably stopped about here, but I had people carrying on down this way, and then trying to throw them through.
Yeah.
Whilst you know that the second batch is coming through, you're like...
I'll never forget our first time going through, and we were all stood there, and the lights went out, Jack, and I think... We were with a decent-sized group at the time, and we turned around, like, and some of our mates had gone, and the lights come on, and we were like this. Next minute, lights went back off, and another one of us got dragged through.
It was a shock to the system, wasn't it? Because I think Alton Towers was the first group to make them mazes. I think with Subspecies, Alton Towers was the first to make that style of maze, wasn't it? Where it was we're all at this point we're all used to conga. Holding on to the jump.
Hands on shoulders.
And when Subspecies came about, it was completely different, wasn't it? And I think that added a level of fear into itself because you didn't know who you were going to do the maze with.
How many times, Jack, did we bump into each other and make each other jump?
Mate, I'm sure there were many occasions we went through that maze and we ended up behind the scenes where there were cabling and.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah, and then we went back through for a laugh.
To be fair, the rat runs
experience and get the money's worth.
The rat runs only get a little bit of cloth just so the actors can see where they're going. Because if not, you'd be
I don't remember seeing any cloth. I remember.
No, sometimes there's cloth, or if it's been stuck to the side, it can stick to the side.
I forgot how scary. Genuinely, like scare mazes don't really scare me, but them tunnels they do. I'm a bit claustrophobic. So going through them tunnels does freak me out.
Oh, yeah.
We did Subspecies, and I haven't been through a tunnel since. And then we went to Fear Factory.
Oh.
I'm not going to say too much.
We might as well, because I think they're changing the...
Yeah, no, I'm not saying anything. I watched Michael Bolton's Scare Trap. Is it Scare Trap? Scare Tour?
No, it's Scare Tour.
I watched his review before on Fear Factory, and he said exactly the same as us. There was some surprises in there, and he said we genuinely believed it.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say. I'm telling you now, I'm going off subject.
Fear Factory are going to be going up and up and up.
I reckon in a couple of years, if they get the backing, they are going to be. They're going to be one that everyone talks about.
A competition.
Because I've never been in a maze like Hushnet.
It was so intense.
I come out and I was shook up, but yeah, I mean, we only went through it. Yeah.
We couldn't stop. We were constantly thinking about it for about 3 days.
We spoke to the owner / manager when we come out of it.
He was called Dan.
Absolute legend, and I think we planted some seeds in his head that
could possibly
because what he'd done to us, we relayed to him.
It was like
we said we thought this, thought this, and then
probably
we said, I wonder if he's going to do that in a future event. Don't know if he's here watching or I don't think he is. I think he would have said hi, but
maybe.
I'll post a link to him and see if we can get him in.
But yeah, Stacey, I used to love saying this here, Ratty. It was the best thing ever. We used to what you had to do is you had to have a competition, and I loved being on the doors. To be fair,
what the doors where you pull people?
The doors
through?
Where you not behind the doors, but in the section, you know, where you line everyone up. Because I'd always hide behind the barrels. I was very small and nimble back then. I'm not now. But I was very small and I'd hide behind the barrels. I'd hear the trap go off and everyone would walk around the corner and be like, I'm not going down there, I'm not going down there. And I'd go bang and I'd jump out and smack the barrel as hard as I could. I'd probably bruise so many places. I'd smack it so hard. I'm like, come on, ratties, let's get in the race. And I'd pull them, throw them against the walls, and they're all like, oh, big grown men, women that were like probably could smack 10 bells out of me, but like literally I was just like, come on, absolutely ragging them everywhere.
When in the tunnel and seeing Deirdre in there.
No, to be fair, I didn't have my glasses on. To be fair, I didn't have my glasses on. I'd go in blind, so it was quite hard, to be fair, sometimes.
But anyway, yeah, we've gone massively off topic. But Altonville, I think we can all agree, is a decent maze.
These two. Sorry, I keep pointing the wrong way.
Haven't they said? Have you said your bit on Altonville?
Yeah, we had our best run through just gone. We did it as a group of two, and it was really good, wasn't it? It was really good.
Yeah, no, I agree, Jack. Fantastic.
Or is it Mickey?
However, the benchmark, and I will speak for the two of us there, Jack, because, and you know what I'm going to say, and you'll agree, the benchmark of mazes is the Sanctuary. One thing I will say is, for scares and immersiveness and everything else, Hushnet is right up there, if not better than. If we're stripping it back to what a maze should be doing.
Yeah, everything. The concept.
Immersiveness I would give to the Sanctuary, but the set pieces and the acting in Hushnet,
just everything
was ridiculous.
Even the fact that the staff have been involved on it as well, the bar staff, and
don't say too much.
I'm just going to say the bar staff are involved, the owners involved, everyone there is involved. Yeah. It's not separate. It's not like this is a scare maze.
It scared the bejeebers out of us, and I genuinely thought, for someone who worked in a maze, I thought, and I said it to you after, I thought Paris was going to drop to the floor and cry.
It was.
Why is Rebecca laughing?
She's creased at probably that comment, to be fair.
I'm always coming out with this.
She said, cheers for the memory, Paris. I need it on a ringtone. When you call me on my phone, you spooked me back then, and someone tried. To be fair, it's probably me that steals your boots.
You probably scared all these. You definitely have me and Jack.
I did pull a lot of people's shoes by accident, especially in the tunnel. I'd try and drag them and pull them back. I didn't mean to, so... If I stole your boots.
Anyway, so that's the maze rundown. Was there anything we missed? Garden lights. Do you want to talk about the garden lights? I thought it was pretty good. I don't know if anyone's seen our recent vlog.
It was good. They needed mist or fog, in my opinion.
Well, I can honestly say we didn't need any mist or fog when we went because it absolutely bounced down, didn't it? And that was spooky in itself.
Can anyone explain why the pagoda was lit up when we wasn't allowed down there?
Pagoda? What's
the big fountain in the garden?
The big fountain at the bottom, Hannah.
Lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, we went down that way and it was all lit up and it had water coming at the top of it.
Was there a walkway? Because I said to Paris we might have missed it, but I didn't see a walkway.
There was, there was a walkway. You went all the way down the steps and then round.
Oh, never mind. One thing I will say, it's the garden lights. They want to put some lights on the steps.
Yeah, they're a bit dangerous.
Yeah, they were really bad. Really bad.
You know, a couple of strip lights down there, a couple of Philips Hue.
Or even spotlights, just little electric, little.
Some of them stick on ones.
Yeah, but yeah, that was it was good, but there needed to be more. Like there was no. It said whispering souls, and I just heard music. You didn't really hear no story being told, and if you did,
but I don't think that's the point.
No, but it's whispering souls, so it's basically like ghouls, ghosts.
To me, it was kind of giving off the vibe of how it would have been back in the day when the conservatory and all the gardens and stuff were like bustling. Do you know what I mean? And
bustling.
If that makes sense. I liked it, and it was free. That's the most important thing.
Yeah.
I'm not tight.
There was a lot of people.
But it was something. It was something that was part of Scarefest that we didn't have to pay for.
17 likes so far, Dan. Everyone, whoever, who's watching? So we've got 7 people watching. I know one of them's me because I've got the
just to double check,
just to keep our eye
Rebecca's watching. I'm sure Jack and Hannah have got us on. It's probably not that many people here.
So me, Rebecca, Stacey, Mike, Daryl. Is that it? No, we got one more somewhere. Unless Jack and Hannah.
We've just gone down to 6. Someone's just left because you're talking about it.
No, I'll shut up about it. Just share us around, give us a like.
The numbers don't matter, but it's nice to interact with plenty of people and.
Adventure Bears, that's the one. It's not come up, but yeah, I see the little.
We need to meet you guys next season. I think we missed you. We met Ben and Holly.
We did.
We actually didn't even meet up with Mike and Stacey.
But we did see them.
We seen them once. That was before you knew them. I knew Mike, and I think I'd met Stacey before. I'm not sure.
I stood at the side and looked really, really rude, to be fair.
I've seen Mike plenty of times.
I was so tired that day because I'm sure I was in work when I was working early, and then we did a full day, and I was just like,
you know what I miss?
Should we get on?
I missed the time we used to go and all sleep in Alton Village and go to the pub with Mike. And
Mike, it's just so expensive.
Watch Mike spark up in the chat now.
I'm still here.
Patch.
They were the days where me, you, Mike, Mark.
Yeah, that was it. When we stayed, I remember me and Mike staying over at the... Mike, if you're still here, I'm sure you are. What was the name of the accommodation that we stayed at when we stayed in the house? It's across the road from the Alton sign. When you get into the village, and it says Alton.
It was the house that we walked up to that night on the Eurovision. Do you remember?
Yeah.
Do you remember the night we watched the Eurovision?
Yeah, Jack. We went to the blacksmith, and then we went to it was Mike's accommodation at the time. Was he with
James
and Steve?
Yeah. If I rightly recall, Smiler was during testing purposes at this point, so it hadn't even opened.
Yeah, and our friend who worked there at the time, Will, I won't give his second name away because he gets in trouble. I mean, he won't because we never got it.
Doesn't work there anymore.
Oh, yeah, actually, well, I won't say in case we start adding him or questioning him, so whatever.
Yeah, we won't say.
But he was like head of operations, was it?
Do you remember when he got us on Dragon's Fury in Gruffalo?
Yeah, and he was. It was close. Was it close season, Jack?
It was. Yeah, it was close season.
Why was we up there for that?
I think we used to go up, didn't we, to the hotel and
no,
like maybe the water park we used to do.
Oh, I know what it was. It was opening weekend. The Smiler opened late. It opened in May.
And they opened the sanctuary for it.
March, so we stayed over, and we were out on the lash, weren't we? We were having a few drinks, and we ended up at Mike's. You went through the phase of doing the spa. Yeah, that was it. We still do it. We still do it now. Pretend like we've never been. We went out drinking that night, and Will messaged, and he said that he was testing the Smiler. It was midnight, Jack. I'm sure we were walking through Alton Village back to our accommodation.
I remember this. I remember this, mate.
The accommodation was the Bull's Head Inn.
Bull's Head, yeah, that's it.
It was the Bull's Head we were staying at. I think
it was.
I think it was the Bull's Head or the Malt House. And Will messaged us and he said, "We're currently doing test laps on the Smiler. I'm on a night shift. We're sending the Smiler around all night." And I said, "Can we come up?" Like, obviously, we were never going to be allowed. And he was like, "Absolutely not."
Imagine just saying.
Did you have an? He did. He did in the video, Mike. He had an iPad, and
that's Stacey, Dan.
Mike.
That's Stacey.
Sorry, I see you love to explore, and that's it. I just think.
If I rightly remember, me, you, and Mark brought iPads. If you remember,
you know what?
We all had
them. You have to bear with me. I'm going to go on my phone. I'm going to go to Mike's channel and find the video.
Which one? What exclusive?
I'm going to screen share it.
Not that I was stalking Theme Park Will. Ah, hold on. I don't even know where that's come from.
Don't get how Rebecca started on the what exclusive.
What exclusive? Rebecca loves it. Me and Rebecca absolutely love it. Start Mike's YouTube video.
Mike, could you please send me on Facebook?
Yeah, I remember.
Mike, if you can send me it, please, mate. I'll share the screen.
I was literally sat like this on the rock outside, transferring videos from my camera to my iPad. I remember that.
Yeah.
Hey, Dan. Thank you for getting us this exclusive.
I'm sorry to tell you all again,
exclusive.
But what exclusive? I do have a child's bladder when I've had a couple of beers, so I can't stop going to the loo.
Which video?
Which video? It's
the one of Jack.
It's the one where Smiler's getting constructed, and me, you, Jack, Kieran Quinn. I think Lee Graham Cookson. Do you remember him? He did Alton Towers
The guy with the ginger hair.
Was it Alton Towers guy, Jack? It was?
Alton Towers guy, and then there
we
was
were
Ricky.
all there and we were videoing the Smiler getting constructed.
Yeah,
and Jack was sat on the rock with his iPad. Yeah. And
and his little ear.
Jack with his braces and his ear piercing.
Yeah.
Not last week.
What good times they were. They were fantastic then.
Always sent it. We're gonna have to I'll let Dan find it.
I'm gonna run to the loo as well, so I'll let Hannah say.
So Hannah, what was your best top scare maze out of everything that you've done? What was your top one?
Everything. Well, we only did we did Towers, we did Thorpe and Fear Island. Fantasy. Yeah, well, it's called Fear Island, isn't it, on Halloween?
You did get it right.
Fear Island, Jack.
So which one was your top?
Do you know what? I'm going to have to say Trailers at Thorpe.
Trailers?
I really enjoyed it. But saying that, Blood Bunker.
Blood Bunker was
so good.
It was so good.
We were all surprised.
Yeah, we were all really taken back by that. To be fair, Hannah's face was so funny throughout that. Your face was so funny. You were so scared. But I forgot. We've done another scare maze this season.
Which?
Think.
Scare City. Scare Kingdom.
Before Halloween.
Oh yeah. Abroad.
The Rod is Wreck.
Abroad.
I thought you said.
Yeah.
We did Wreck.
Oh.
And we haven't even put that in anything.
We couldn't have because we've not put it on the channel, so it's like.
Well, we have talked about it in our Portaventura.
Wreck was incredible. Hannah, I can't believe he's didn't do it.
Oh yeah, I'm gutted we didn't do
Our
it.
Adventure Bears Global agrees with you, Hannah. Says Trailers.
So
Scare
good.
Kingdom, the Scare Grounds are doing Xmas theme scare mazes.
Do you know what?
Do you know what? We could do that.
Yorkshire Scaregrounds do so many like events. They do not Halloween. Obviously, they do Halloween. They do Halloween. They do Christmas. I'm sure they do a Valentine's one as well. Obviously, I am from Yorkshire, so I do. They do a Valentine's.
I think
I'm not about Scare Kingdom.
No, but Scare Kingdom do.
I know Yorkshire do as well.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it?
They do so many.
To be fair play to them because you think these guys, the companies and stuff,
Thrillers at Thorpe Brown. What? Down 2 times when I was queuing.
Trailers at Thorpe.
Trailers at Thorpe Park down 2 times when I was queuing.
If you think of these independent little scare companies like Scare Kingdom and stuff, to only operate once a year, must be.
But Fear Factory Live.
So any opportunity, you can make Christmas spooky.
Oh yeah, because
you can make Halloween spooky. What was that film made to do with not Halloween? Valentine's. What was that film? My Bloody Valentine. I never seen it. I remember going to it was sold out. It was dead popular. My Bloody Valentine 3D. It was.
Yeah, that's it.
But with Christmas, you've got what's it called? The opposite to Santa Claus. Begins with a K. Krampus, that's the one. You've got Krampus and like the devil, sort of like in a way Santa Claus.
I often get Krampus when I'm in bed overnight. In my leg. In my leg.
I'm glad you clarified that. In my leg.
Just in case, because you went like that, Hannah. Right, I'm going to pull this video up on Mike's.
It's here.
Let me find this. No, wait. No.
Why?
I wanted to find the right point on this first before we.
But then when you find it, we'll find it on your phone and we'll
do it on here. I'll just mute it. Doesn't matter because people can still see us.
I know, but the comments I can't.
Yeah, to be fair, sorry for the comments, guys.
Rebecca said, "Get yourself some magnesium because you get Krampus."
Here we go. What was that laugh then? What was that laugh then?
Paris. Oh no!
That was dreadful.
I've never heard
no, Daryl, we're not doing Winter Wonderland. We're not doing it this year. I've done it. Paris, you've not, have you?
No.
But no, We're not going this year, I don't think. Unfortunately, we make a very good vlog, but
it's too expensive.
It's quite expensive, and we've got Christmas coming up, and travel down there with fuel would be pricey. And Paris at the minute isn't working. She's training to be a teacher.
Primary school.
So I'm the only one working, and we've got Christmas coming up, and it's just not really feasible at the minute.
I feel like I'm going to cry.
Deidre laugh. Right, so I'm going to try and share the screen and bring up
share screen.
Bring up this video. I know.
From the vault.
There we go. There's Jack. Look.
Hannah, look. There's Jack.
Oh no. Size of iPad.
Yeah.
Can anybody hear it?
Yeah. A little bit.
On the iPhone, yeah.
I can upload my pictures straight on this.
What, the iPad then?
I can take them straight. It's yours. No, mate, it's not.
Love it.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I didn't bring. I don't know where it has gone. I brought the iPad.
Who takes an iPad to a theme park?
Don't know.
I think we were staying for the weekend though.
Oh, Winnie.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a lip piercing as well.
That's that anyway.
As well.
He's got
an iPad to a theme park. I'm pretty certain, Jack, since then, you've led into people taking pictures. We've seen people taking pictures in Nemesis, and you go, they've got a baking tray.
Baking tray.
Taking a picture with a baking tray.
Jack was an avid wearer of Jack Wills.
Stacey said, "Oh my gosh, so baby face." Jack Wills.
Still got a bloody baby face, haven't I?
No. Oh, Deirdre laugh. Thanks, Mike. That's horrible. You should play the Mark Barlow remix I made. You need to send the links.
Send
the
Mike.
links, we'll
Send
be able
we'll
to
play
quickly
it.
just like ping
just
them up.
Plug in my tutor.
You know, getting you all the likes going through.
Baking tray. Yeah, that's basically what it looks like.
It does, doesn't it?
Like you didn't have mini back then.
Get your big one as well.
Pardon?
Daniel. Dan's got a change. Your iPad is changed.
Look at that. Like,
your iPad's ancient.
Yeah. Jack, it's still in that.
It's still in that white
still
case
in that white.
that's gone yellow.
It used to be white. It's now yellow.
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 Very yellow. Very yellow. If anyone has any, obviously, comments or topic comments, obviously, not I know, but people might know any topics we want to discuss, because obviously we've done Scarefest.
We've still got Project Horizon coming up. I've got a tab opened, and we're going into discussion shortly.
I've got a tab open.
It's going to be a long stream, this, guys. So it's Friday night. Get yourself a drink and join in.
And give us a like, share us around. Obviously, go and like Jack.
We've shared numerous times. Keep sharing. Let people know that we're live.
I want to see. I'm gonna check how many.
The more interaction, the better. This is going to be for the foreseeable a regular weekly thing.
17 likes we've got.
Solid. It's going to be a weekly thing. So next Friday we've nothing planned. We're coming on at 7:00 again. I don't know whether we're going to have someone on or whether it's just going to be me and Paris yet. We'll decide.
But we'll keep us updated.
I guess or something now and then will be nice, but sent the link
for
EVAT mix. Yeah. Right, so bear with my dodgy
hold on. Daryl did
right.
Wait a second.
Go on.
If you go up, there it is. Do you guys love listening to this YouTube on my videos? Do you guys love
listen to this YouTube?
We do watch your videos sometimes, Daryl. We watch your bin pod ones and stuff. It makes us laugh. And to be fair, when you trumped on the
I pulled my back earlier in the year, Daryl, and that's when I come across your videos. I was in bed with a bad back, and I come across your videos, and I found myself watching them all.
And Dan came in and he went, "Paris, you need to watch this."
Yeah.
Daryl's trumping on the lawns.
Yeah, you were on the lawns trumping. You were
just trumping, and
the bin went in the camera went in the bin. It's funny, unique. Right, I'm going to share my screen and I'll show you this video of the remix that Mike made.
Change preset.
We'll do. Oh, hang on. No. Hide.
It's all music, that one. You need to close it, others. Oh, look at Dan's bald head.
Yeah, this is when I had.
Is. Oh, this is so funny.
They took him out the seats. They took him out the seats. They took him out the seats. What the seats are there?
Yeah, how do you know they took them out?
Yeah.
There's the guy above me.
Bangladesh, Spain.
Yeah, there's Ian Berry.
Bangladesh, Spain. Bangladesh, Spain. Yeah, it's a part of Alicante, isn't it? They
Get ready
took him
for
out the
fall
seats.
down in a minute.
They took him out the seats.
We took him out.
They took him out the seats. They took him out the seats. Look, the seats are there.
There he is.
Trying to just dispatch a train sometime today, cheers. Trying to just dispatch a train sometime today, cheers. Trying to just dispatch a train sometime today, cheers.
Cheers.
Trying to just dispatch a train sometime today, cheers. You look like you're more on
There
LSD.
he is. Team party.
Man will be in operational use tomorrow. He's a hustler.
You look like you're more on LSD.
They took him out the seats. They took him out the seats. They took him out the seats. It's not vertical though, is it? Let's go on it all.
I'd rather have back with my dad.
I'd rather have a bath with my dad. Oh, that's just typical Dan there.
I said that before. That's one of my typical sayings.
Like,
that,
honest, I'd rather have a bath with my dad. Nice.
Love
Typical Dan, that, honestly.
There was some
Typical
good
Dan.
times back then, like there was. We had some good laughs. We've always been into YouTube. Jack, you used to be on what was it?
The attractions guide.
Theme park. What was the Central?
The attractions guide, wasn't it?
No, Theme Park Central.
Yeah, Theme Park
That's how we
Central.
met you.
AT Jakey.
Yeah, that was your mate's channel. And
Yeah,
then you went to the attractions guide when you peeled off from there, which you've now called Theme Park Jack, but you don't.
and I've now gone solo.
But you still a duet because it's you and Hannah.
Yeah, you help out quite a lot, don't you? Like Hannah helps like quite a lot and stuff. She gets a lot of the photos.
What do you do, Hannah? What do you get involved with? Are you becoming an enthusiast?
She just she's absolutely fantastic. She'll get me shots. So like if I'm getting another shot of Nemesis, she'll get me another angle while we both do it. So we're not taking time waiting for trains. Yeah. Like you're really good with that, aren't you? And she was like chief comment handler on the TikTok video because I was getting absolutely rinsed in the comments about not looking after you when you were looking like you were coming out on sick. So,
I remember reading some of them actually.
Yeah, I got absolutely rinsed in the comments on that TikTok video. So Hannah did the replying for me, didn't you?
I need to eat a drink.
Yeah.
Well, I seen you guys coming out of that. I seen you on ride, and I remember we went on it, and I didn't think it was going to be anything like AT Jakey. Go on, Jack.
Yeah. I'm ready for this, mate.
Project Horizon. Send me the link to that, Jack, and I can bring it up if you want, if that's any better than what I've got.
Let me send you the link to this.
Let me go and get Paris another drink, and I get myself another can.
I might go for a quick.
And quick toilet. Well, you go first, and then I'll go and get us a drink, and then we'll get on to Project Horizon. What have we been going now? 2 hours.
We've been going.
Plenty of fuel left in the tank. Yeah, don't know about you guys. Don't know about the viewers. They've dropped off. We're down to 5 now. We must be boring them.
I'm gonna go.
Well,
how can anyone get bored of us?
Jeez.
I know. I tell you what, I'm quite happy with how this has gone tonight.
Thank you to everyone who's watching.
Yeah. Well,
thanks to everybody who's watching. It's been it's
great. So you're going to subscribe to us all and follow us all on everything. This is what I mean, Jack. Just freelance it. You know what I mean? We're just getting onto topics as they come. We'll get onto this Project Horizon now. It'll be interesting to see what people in the comments think of. I
was just having a little read through there.
Have you got the link? If you send it us, mate, I'll put it up.
Yeah, try that. I just sent you the.
Let me have a look. Bedtime. Are you off to bed, Stacey? Oh, Mike, the Oblivion one was mega. But we can't say that one because I think there could be a swear word in it.
Going in the hole.
Yeah. It's full of puns.
Very, very, very deep.
I think Stacey's going to bed, Paris.
Oh, good night, Stace.
We're at Towers tomorrow. Oh, they're going to the run thing, yeah.
Good night.
Mike asked us to go, but
I ain't running.
No, well, I said, well, we're doing the live.
I can't breathe going up the stairs.
No, they're not running. They paid 20 quid to get in, and the rides are all like, well, all the rides minus Nemesis are open, and it's a good vlog opportunity.
Yeah, very true.
Yeah, if you guys need to go, you go for it. Have a good night anyway.
Yeah, enjoy Towers.
Are you on the crisp? Or are you getting some crisp now? Okay. I'm going to go and get some drinks first. Oh, nice. Right, I'll be back in a sec, guys.
Aunt Bessie's roast turkey and stuffing. It's like chewing bricks.
Oh, I like chewing bricks.
Just too fussy.
Just too fussy. Fussy. Oh, Daryl's going as well. Bye, Daryl.
Daryl, I've got a quick one before you go.
We do
seeing as you're into I'm a Celebrity, what do you think of the show so far, mate?
Why would you even like say that? We've not even been watching it.
It's a very controversial season this year, I think.
Yeah, because obviously Matt Hancock's in it. We shouldn't be in it. Why are we giving someone screen time that broke all the COVID rules, yet set the COVID rules, and basically made the world? It made the Queen sit at her own husband's funeral alone, and he's canoodling with someone behind closed doors. Do you know what I mean? It's like, why are we praising this guy and giving him all this money and screen time? Horrific. The show needs to go for my liking. I think it's run its course.
I'm loving it.
Just trying to milk it too much because there's not really big celebrities in it anymore. They're all just like B-list.
You don't get any bigger than Boy George. Like, I'm sorry, but he's not B-list. Boy George is massive.
But you've had like your Peter Andre, and people like that, and then you go to Boy George and Matt Hancock.
Boy George, massive though.
Yeah, but Boy George did a lot of bad things. And they're now putting him on TV, praising the things that obviously people bring up that stuff. And that's all that I'm seeing all over everything. All the bad stuff that's happened. It shouldn't still be going. When COVID came, it should have stopped. A bit like X Factor. I think X Factor needs to stop. That's run its course. Yeah. I think Britain's Got Talent has run its course. Boy George having a Matt. And I think Britain's Got Talent and X Factor need to stop. They need to bring a new.
Is this what we're talking about?
We went on to I'm a Celebrity. They need to bring in something new and fresh. Bit like when Love Island started. Love Island was brilliant, but now I think that's run its course as well.
Oh, Daryl, mate, you'd have done a much better job than Matt Hancock on this year's, but you'd have had to wear the banana suit, mate.
Imagine though if they did like, do you remember when they did Big Brother, but they did it with random, like nobodies. That's what they need to bring back, like natural people.
Yeah, I think we need to pitch closed season I'm a Celebrity theme park edition and get all the get all the enthusiasts who cause all the beef on Twitter in a jungle together and see how they get on.
Oh, imagine they'd all still be sat there with the phones like this.
Yeah, so they would.
We've got these.
You're going to have to sit away from that microphone because all you're going to hear is crunching.
Yeah, I've just been muting the microphone as we've been crunching.
But yeah, so
what are we talking about?
Sweet chili and sour cream. I'm not
having any yet. I'm just having a beer.
We was talking about basically like reality shows and saying they should do like imagine if they did like a Big Brother but theme park edition. That'd be so good, but then it would be so bad because imagine half the people from the theme park community going into like a Big Brother.
Yeah, I could honestly say straight away, there's a few people in that community that I couldn't stand being in a bloody room with for months on end.
How great would the content
be? A Big Brother theme park community edition.
Yeah, imagine.
Mega. If I was a millionaire and I would fund that.
Daryl said we need to do a show called "I'm at a Theme Park, Get Me Out of Here."
I think we'd say that, Daryl, at every single Merlin park we visit, mate.
Mike put, this is like a Dragon's Den episode, pitching ideas. That's all we do. We end up like going on to such tangents. It's mad.
What's that?
Because we were talking about like obviously doing different shows and stuff like that, and Mike said it's like a Dragon's Den episode of you pitching your ideas. Because we said a Celeb Big Brother version.
I thought you meant how we're going on and off subjects, but that's just what our lives usually are.
Yeah, we just go
back and
we go here, there, and everywhere. Put Mark Barlow in. Mark, if you're in the chat or if you see.
Oh wow, we've gone up to 10 people again.
Hi!
I thought everybody was going to bed. My mum just asked when I went down, then she said, "How many people have you got on?" I said, "Oh, 5."
So everyone who's watching, the 10 people, put your names in the chat and we'll give you a shout out. We'll click your comments and we'll put them below.
Go and subscribe to us, follow us, like, and the same with Theme Park Chat. All on the old socials.
Yeah, give everyone a big like. And give us a like as well. Because we did have 17.
I never expected us to go back up to 10, but we're doing quite well.
We've still got 17 people. We've got up another subscriber, which is good.
I'm not too bothered about how many people we have in overall, but I just like to have, I like people commenting and stuff. I love having the chat with people and meeting new people that are new to the channel. What are you on there?
Snapchat.
Right, is there anything else anyone wants to touch on before we get on to Project Horizon? Is it out you got, Jack? Did you send us that link, mate?
I did, yeah. I sent it through on Facebook.
Okay, mate. I'll. Is this it? The Towers Time stuff?
Yeah, this is. It's the whole pack.
Oh, where's that? Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll just go straight onto Shared. I'm just scrolling through it myself, so I'll.
Yeah, I've got it up in front of me here as well, just so I can follow
if I don't come to anyone's, if we don't come to anyone's,
I have to sub to Jack. Daryl Morgan said.
Everyone needs to sub.
Daryl said that.
Guys, if we don't get to your comments, bear with us because we're not on the comment screen. We've got a different
Jack, what's that picture? It's only just come through.
That picture that I sent first, I think is it's when we were talking about Scarefest. It's the Buddy the puppet mask from Carnival. Was that?
Oh,
what? Oh, so there's the building, isn't it? Can't really see too well.
He's sharing the screen now, guys. Don't click.
Can everyone see all right? Is that showing up okay?
Yeah, so quick.
Showing up, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And everyone can see us still, so don't.
I like how they put the flag tower in as part of the. Oh, and there's Oblivion.
Oh, is that where the?
Hey, I tell you what, it isn't
small.
Much. No, obviously it's going away from us. I mean, in terms of height, it's not much different from Oblivion, although Oblivion goes.
The same height of the building is the same size as 13's lift hill.
It looks the same size as probably what Ice Age will be.
You know what?
The same height as 13's lift hill.
Is the height in this planning? It's got to be, hasn't it?
It will be, but
yeah. If you're
Jack, have you just shrunk down that microphone?
No, it was my chair.
I definitely.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. No, Jack, go through yours. I'm obviously looking on here. I'm just trying to find the height.
So the height of the
building, really.
So the height of the building is approximately 71 meters in length, 46 meters in width, and 19.4 meters in height. So 19.4 meters.
Hey Google, what is 19.4 meters in feet? Here we go.
19.4 meters is equivalent to 63 feet, 7.78 inches.
It's the same
size. How high is 13?
13,
yeah. 60 foot, isn't it?
Yeah, it's around 60 foot, so it's a similar size to 13's. So it's quite a big footprint.
Now, would planning need to be? Would it need to be in the? I imagine it would. I'm asking a daft question here. I imagine if they wanted to dig down in that building, to give them a few extra feet, if they wanted to gain some speed, if it was a coaster, would that need to be in the planning? I would imagine so if they're digging into the ground. So I think we can rule out. I think if it's a coaster, then it's going to be 60 foot. It could be a launch, couldn't it?
Could.
What's the Mummy you've been on the Mummy. You can probably have more input on that. But the Mummy in Universal, that's launch, and apparently it's regarded as one of the best art rides in the world.
Incredible.
To
be fair, it's really, really good. It's very popular. My brother was on it with, I'm sure he was sat in front of me, might have been sat beside me. I'm not going to spoil it, but he jumped really bad. Really, really bad.
Can you remember, in relation to that building, how big the Mummy is?
No, because you can't see it. Like, obviously, you can't see the building, you see the facade. But the facade is included in, like, a strip. Oh. So it's not just, like, a separate building. It's like a building, and then there's a strip of shops.
Anyone who's seen our vlog, I think it was the Oktoberfest vlog. Me and Paris went to... Does the mouse cursor show up?
Yeah,
probably. Does it show up, Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we went to Oktoberfest with you guys, I think before you met up with us, we went to what?
You're on the camera and you're going.
It's all right. I'm just rubbing my eye. It doesn't matter. When we went to Oktoberfest, we went round to David Williams Land, which is obviously here.
Mm-hmm. And we said exactly where it is because there's the dungeons. Yeah, we said exactly there.
Here's the show building that was Ice Age and everything else previous. And then round here, we stood right on this corner, looking down at the dungeon. Here's the walkway. We were right there.
And it's full of trees.
And all this was hedges. And I looked and I said, and you can go back and quote me, right there on the vlog, an entranceway here to, I didn't think...
I did the exit way as well there.
Now, when we did that, was this building announced?
No.
It wasn't, was it? No. It was just discussion.
It was just guessed. Yeah, we were just like guessing. But if you look there as well, I said that there would be an exit into Williams Land, and clearly there. Is
that an exit
path?
That's
definitely an exit path. Why would they put that there? That's an exit path. That could be. That could be. Sorry if like the camera's just been shaking like that. That could be like a fire escape sort of way to quickly get out just in case. What do you think on Project Horizon?
What do you reckon it's going to be?
Hold on a second.
But I did call that.
I am just looking at the comments.
I thought that maybe this whole area would just be maybe a new area. Maybe there'd be a coaster, and then maybe there'd be a couple of flats or a flat ride, and maybe some eateries and some toilets. But clearly, they're making it all one big plaza and one big building.
But you don't know.
Whatever that's going to be, it's got to be mega because that is a lot of land, and I think it could have been utilised with a few attractions, not just one. I don't know what your guys' thoughts.
What are your guys' thoughts?
Yeah, I think it'd probably be an indoor coaster. Looking at the building, I think it's been highlighted that the exit, like looking at the plans, the exits, and then the little doors that you can see are similar to the doors that you see on The Walking Dead. If you look at that, look at them buildings. So I think as well, if you read into the plans, it says, although the interior layout of the building is not shown, there do appear to be 3 doors from the small building, room 1, into the main attraction building, room 2. This could suggest that guests will be batched into one of 3 areas before experiencing the main attraction. So I think
if you look at the queue, Jack,
it'll be a coaster.
Sorry, I was just saying the queue splits into 3 as well. So maybe that's what the doors are.
Yeah, but the Smilers does. So it could be fast track, disabled.
That's how it probably will be. It'll be split into 3 sections, but there's 3 doors inside the building, suggesting that if it is an indoor coaster, then it'll be a similar how they do with Mythica. You know how they do the small batching in groups.
What's this then? Could this be the exit?
That'll be the exit.
I don't think that's
probably
the exit.
That's an emergency exit. That'll be an emergency evac.
If you look at the plans, I've got the same ones that you've got.
In, Jack, to actually read the key at the top.
So if you look at the
see if I can.
So that there is where I feel the exit will be, where it leads straight back onto the plaza area. If you see,
Paris zoomed in there. This is much better. Where, mate? Sorry.
So here.
So look where the entry. Yeah, that'll be the exit because that leads straight back onto the plaza area.
I think this could be an evac, or possibly just in case anything, mechanical. They need to get in quickly instead of going through the queue.
I definitely think it's. There'll be some kind of transit system there.
You can't zoom anymore.
There'll be some. The transit system will be at the station, or whatever it is. You've got an entrance point there,
platform.
yeah, and then up there the exit. It's too much of a
coincidence.
It's parallel, like, isn't it, to it? Yeah. I doubt it'd be a flying theatre. Building's too
proposed premiere.
I hope not.
I hope it's not.
I hope it's not. I'm sick of flying theatres and
I think they're really good. I just don't think there's a place for one at Towers. We need some flat.
A coaster.
Do you know what? Imagine if it was just a massive indoor, like Fantasy Island where they've got the pyramid with all the rides in. Imagine if it was something like that. It's not going to be because there's a separate queue line outside.
Right,
do you know what I mean? Though? Imagine if it was like a little themed indoor section with a coaster and some other bits and bobs.
So if we look at this one,
to be fair, I've not even ruled out the fact that it could be an IP.
Oh, I hope it's not an IP.
Yeah,
anyway.
but I mean that's a separate thing from what the attraction is, isn't it? Like that's a theme. But yeah, I hope you're wrong there. But they've gone down it with David Williams, haven't they? So
and they went down that route. Well, Merlin went down that route with an indoor attraction at Thorpe Park. They ripped out a perfectly good attraction with X, No Way Out and stuff.
I hope they don't go down that route. But who knows? I guess time will tell. I reckon once it's approved. No, wait, there's a bit more. Yeah, there's a bit more.
Adventure Bears Global did put, I haven't bringing the comments up, but I can't click them on. They put The Mummy is an amazing, they put The Mummy is amazing, best indoor ride we have ever done. Although many years ago, I did mine in 2018 when I rode it, so it was a long time ago for me as well.
Look at the size of the area. Look.
They put, don't know why we are not getting Stranger Things vibe for the attraction. Not usually like Towers, but we don't know. Just a hunch. Probably just a dark coaster. Yeah. That's what they've said.
Hey, listen, if there's ever going to be an IP, I'll be all for Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, I'd be there for Stranger
Personally,
Things.
though, if it was left up to me, I would rather see them go down a route of something different. But look at the state of it. Yeah, I zoomed in because we can see it a bit better. Zoom out a little bit, yeah. There's such that's a mess. What's all this?
Yeah, well,
piping and pallets and.
Yeah, you can also see from that image that you've got up there, Dan, twirling toadstools station. Is that the operators' cabins there as well?
Is that it?
Yeah.
It's been used for storage for years since, because obviously it used to be the home to a few coasters, didn't it? So it had was it the Alton Mouse was in there, the Alton Beast, the Alton Mouse, and then the mini Apple coaster used to be in Coaster Corner.
The Alton Beast.
There's a graveyard of basically like ride parts and things like that. Except that there's another section. So I'm going back to it. But when I used to parking for sub to work in it, the back of the Towers, it's full of so much stuff.
Yeah, Merlin Magic making.
The question is,
literally, it's so easy to get to as well. You go past Oblivion, you drive. Do you know when we come up past Oblivion?
Yeah.
You drive around Oblivion and you go up. And do you know where Altonville's entrance is?
Yeah.
Where you go down and you
speak Jack, that's where they picked us up that time when I rolled my ankle.
Yeah. So basically,
emergency roll.
Up there. Yeah. And if you carry up round there, there's so much stuff.
But I don't think I think if it was a roller coaster, it would be a secret weapon, not Project Horizon, unless they're moving away from that, throwing a bit of a curveball. Is that side profile?
Yes, you can see some of the building. Look at the facade of the building there on the second image.
Look how it
does it. It dips, but I think that's just the elevation of the land that it's built upon.
Lift hill goes up here. I reckon it's the black hole in Reincarnation. It's coming back. Is there anything else, Jack, here you want me to pull up?
I'm just having
a look at.
If you have a look at
through all this, I'm going to go through some of this actually.
If you have a look, there's a pretty interesting section. It's on like the second subsection of that document that Towers Times have put up, and you can see a proper side profile. Keep going up.
That one.
Yeah, that's the one. You can see a good look at the facade of the entrance there. Look with the.
Do you know what that Yeah, do you know what that reminds me of there? See this bit? It reminds me of.
There must be something bad in it if it's got a ventilation
is
system.
It Guardians of the Galaxy coaster?
That's new in Epcot.
The facade just reminds me of that. I don't know.
I just don't like the slant and then it goes flat.
I reckon that is going to be
there.
Yeah, I know, but that is going to probably house the signage.
Well, it rules out a water ride, any sort of indoor water ride, because if you read the plans, the plans state there's no water supply to the building, so there's no water ride in there. I've read the plans quite thoroughly, and it says there's no water ride, no water supply. Sorry.
Certainly very interesting. That just looks like scrambled to me.
Yeah, but they're doors.
Yeah,
I remember drawing stuff like that. Plans and stuff.
It's crazy what goes into it. Like, it's going to be interesting to see it develop. The planning application, I reckon they're going to start in around spring.
Should we ping back to us now?
It's approved. Yeah, we'll come back to us.
Right, we'll come back to us now.
As well, the total construction cost of the whole project is 12.5 million. So, that indicates it could potentially
not going to be a big cost by today's cost. When you factor in the building.
Yeah, that's
the size of the building. True. The average coaster today, a big coaster, surely is coming in at 8 to 10 million, I would say, maybe.
More than that, depending on theming and things like that.
Big coasters now are about 15 up.
Right, we've only got 4 people watching, so we need more people to share
we were just rambling on there about the moving rides, so it doesn't matter.
But what are your input on Project Horizon?
Whoever's
in the
watching,
comments. Hannah, what was yours? What do you think's gonna go there?
Oh, what would you like to see?
What would you like to see? So it's basically between Williams Land and the dungeons.
I'm hoping it's going to be something similar to The Walking Dead.
Yeah, we love The Walking Dead.
Yeah,
I love The Walking Dead. To be fair, but I love zombies and I love horror and stuff like that. But I do think something like that probably would go good.
Yeah, I
wanted them to. I didn't want David Williams Land. I wanted them to. Never been Phantasialand like these guys, but I like the idea of Kluckheim.
Is that the one with
you come in and it's completely like
immersed,
Taron kind of is up and down from the elevation that you're at. It dips down into all these different valleys. I thought something like that would have worked really well, where David Williams Land is, and then extend it to where Project Horizon is going to be, and I don't know, maybe even get rid of Burger Kitchen. I would have liked to see a coaster go in across there, get rid of the dungeons, get rid of Bird Kitchen, and put some eateries in a brand new area. Make a brand new area like you've got Forbidden Valley, Gloomy Wood, X-Sector and stuff, and make a brand new area. The last area we had, it was David Williams, but me personally, I don't really look at that as anything. It was just Cloud Cookie, wasn't it? It's not really brand new.
No.
But then I guess towers are limited, aren't they, with space?
No.
The rethemed area before that was blooming Dark Forest, wasn't it? X-Sector's been X-Sector since '98. Forbidden Valley.
It was Dark Forest, mate.
Forbidden Valley. Yeah, Dark Forest went from Ugland. Forbidden Valley went from Thunder Rock Valley.
Thunder Rock Valley to
Thunder Valley, because the Thunder Looper was there.
Yeah, it was Thunder Rock Valley.
Yeah, and then it went to Forbidden Valley in '94.
And now we've got the crappy.
Where was Ugland used to be Festival Park? Did it? Festival Park.
Festival Park, yeah.
Yeah. It had the Energizer. Do you remember when Energizer used to be an X-Sector? But it used to be in. Did it go from there to Ugland? You's not know. No. Sorry. We had a feeling we'd end up going off subject there. Like the girls don't have a clue. They've not been going towers as long as me and Jack. But yeah, where Corkscrew was used to be Festival Park. And then it went to Ugland, and then it went to Dark Forest.
Do you know?
I remember Ugland, actually.
Festival Park, Paris used to have twirling toes still.
I remember Ugland because when I went, oh my god.
Enterprise used to be there, I think.
When I went years and years ago, I remember Ugland, and it was like Flintstones. I know that sounds really daft, but it was like Flintstones.
That's right, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It was.
Pure Flintstones vibes.
But we asked Hannah about Project Horizon. Hannah, what are your thoughts? Come on.
Yeah, sorry.
What we
thinking?
She
just said Walking Dead vibe. She wants
but
Walking
Dead. What a coaster or a transport ride, like Jewel or a coaster. I don't want an indoor coaster.
No.
Yeah, but it's better than having an indoor virtual.
I want to look at the coaster going around. I want to interact with it.
Yeah, but you never know. There might be lights.
It's not going to be.
It might be lit. It might just be an indoor coaster that's lit.
There's a queue. We're going to go into the building. We're going to get on it, go around, and
we'll don't come on it then.
No, we'll go on it. But... you know what I mean?
You know what?
I'll go on it.
It's been 2018. We got Wicker Man. It's now 2022. It's nearly enough 5 years. Or 5 years.
We need a coaster.
We need a coaster. I don't want to have to wait another 5 years or more for a coaster that's outside that I can go and see and take pictures of. Don't want a roller coaster in a building. They're rubbish.
No,
they're not rubbish. They're not rubbish. But
Wrong.
I want the outside.
No, because you've never done Space Mountain, and Space Mountain is so good.
I like my roller coasters outside.
Indoor, and that's pitch black. And I've done Rocking Roller Coaster, which is indoors. And to be fair,
Jack's done it. He's been Disney.
I'm not gonna lie. Rock and Roller Coaster Disneyland Paris is probably one of the worst Intamins I've ever ridden, from what I can remember.
Not an Intamin, mate.
Not Vekoma, sorry.
Vekoma.
But all I'm thinking of is
the trains are good,
and the light.
The trains are very good. I like the theme, but there's only so much you can do with an indoor roller coaster with neon lights and stuff. And I think I prefer immersion in a story, and not just going in with going through donut signs and listening to heavy rock music, and literally you launch and then it's all a blur when you get back to the break room, because all you've just seen is blurry neon lights as you've been whizzing through the elements.
I went blind. I didn't have my glasses strap at the time, so I was just like, oh, it sounds like I'm in a nightclub or something. I was listening to all this pumping music of Aerosmith, seeing all these colour lights flashing by, and I was just whizzing past, and I was loving.
Guardians of the Galaxy looks really good.
I've not seen it. I don't want to see it.
Would I want something like that at Towers? Probably not. But this is personal preference. Towers are going to go for what the general public probably want, or what they perceive. Oh, never mind.
No, I know. But I was just thinking, I don't know why you say Guardians of the Galaxy, and I thought Frozen's log flume is indoor.
Which?
Frozen in Epcot.
Is it a log flume?
It's a log flume indoor.
You did say there was a splash bit.
It's an indoor log flume ride.
Is it good?
It's incredible.
Oh, was it?
I got absolutely soaked. They said, "Oh, you won't get wet." I was like, buzzing. I'm fine. I would have sat down, watched all this Frozen stuff. Obviously, it's Disney, you're gonna see Frozen. They had these animatronics. Hey? Shut up. We had these animatronics, and obviously they did have, some of them had the camera on the face, but it looked so realistic. It looked completely different. So how Alton Towers have done it. It's quite
Towers need a water ride.
Yeah, they do.
And you never know what? I'd be happy with Chiapas. I'd be happy with Chiapas. I'd be happy with a Chiapas clone. Chiapas is the best water ride.
Fantasyland. Everyone says is one of the better log flumes out there. I think Towers could do an incredible indoor water ride, and I would rather see that. They're not going to do a dark ride because they're reopening Jewel.
I love Gruffalo.
Gruffalo's good, but if Towers got a Gruffalo, people have boots off.
Gruffalo.
There we go. There's the coughing one. Gruffalo suits Chessington. Gruffalo would not suit Towers.
Gruffalo.
It's like when I said the
brawn.
Yeah, did you watch our Oktoberfest log when we were reviewing the food?
This was last year's, not this year's.
Was it this year's?
No, it was last year's.
It was this year?
The Brawn the Bun.
It was this
year.
It
was Mardi Gras. It wasn't Oktoberfest.
Mardi Gras, yeah.
Oh my god!
Mardi Gras food. I had the brisket on the end of my finger. And he calls it brisket thumb.
And the brun, not the bun.
I meant to say bun, and I said brun.
Brun the bun. No, you went brun the bun.
But anyway, Gruffalo would not suit, that kind of ride would not suit Towers. But
well, Stacey's put, what if something like Bubble Works? Have you done Bubble Works?
No.
Where is Bubble Works?
No, we didn't do it, did we?
Bubble Works. I only went Chessington. Oh, it was a good few years ago.
Is it like Gruffalo?
It was exactly the same layout, it's just a retheme.
Oh, same thing.
So if you like what Jewel was,
but completely
so whatever it's going to be,
on top.
So it's going to be the same. Like Bubble Works was what Gruffalo is now, just a different theme.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. To be fair, I do love Gruffalo, and it does fit with Chessington. But yeah, I do agree. No, I do agree with you. It wouldn't fit with Towers because Chessington's so family orientated. Yeah, it's so family orientated. But I do love it. I do love it, and I miss it. To be fair, once we get to Chessington, we always go Gruffalo, Vampire.
Vampire is one of the best rides in the country.
We do love Vampire.
You didn't really like Vampire, Hannah, did you?
No.
Hannah didn't really like Vampire. I don't know. I like it. I think it has its charm, doesn't it? But Hannah didn't like it.
Why?
I think
why didn't you? What didn't you like?
It was
explain.
It's like
was it too rattly?
Yeah, like it scared me. It felt like it shouldn't be running. Like on that lift hill. What was it like?
Yeah. It is very it's very clunky. But there's some nostalgia to it. I've not done it loads. Like I started going to Chessington when I got with Dan, and do you know what? I loved it. But I think it's the theming. I think it's obviously because
the theming's good. Vampire inside with a piano. That's really good.
Playing the piano.
Not actually being on Gruffalo. Stacey, have you guys been to Chessington? You must have. And if you've not, you're a little bit closer than we are. Get yourself there because it's a fantastic park. And I've said this to Jack. I've said it to Hannah. I've said it to numerous people. It's in terms of immersiveness, it's probably my favourite park in the country. Pleasure Beach is my favourite at the minute because it's got such a selection of rides and stuff. But
so Hannah, what else didn't you like about it? Was it just the clunkiness of the lift hill? And was it the seat as well, or
it weren't the seat? It just didn't feel safe. Like if you get what I mean, didn't feel safe. Yeah.
So hang on a minute. Vampire didn't feel safe, yet Hyperion. No.
Yeah, it was a death trap. Jack can put a lot of input on that. But what are you doing? It looks like you're drawing.
No, not yeah. I'm just writing. I'm on here. I'm just writing some notes. No, I like Hyperion. Hyperion
for a lesson.
Hyperion's quality.
Yeah.
Just anybody who comes away to say Hyperion's not a good coaster, they're lying.
I said Hyperion's layout was better than Shambhala's.
100%.
Its airtime was better than Shambhala's. Its restraint system and how it ridden was shocking.
What?
I agree. The restraints aren't great.
Rattle and the restraints were crap. We're talking about Hyperion. Jackson, anyone who comes away. No. We were talking about Hyperion. Jackson, anyone who comes away from Hyperion and says that it wasn't a good coaster is wrong.
It's a good coaster.
We come into the breaks on Shambhala, and I said to you, I think I prefer Hyperion's layout. I prefer its pacing. I prefer its airtime and its elements. Shambhala is too smooth. The airtime is floater. I prefer ejector. I like to be thrown up. Intense, fast-paced, good quick transitions. The modern day B&M is floater, smooth, not snappy and whippy.
But we clashed on that because I said I didn't like it enough.
But
I preferred Shambhala.
I would take Shambhala because the rideability of Hyperion, as we know, it's got a vibration like I've never. I mean, to be fair, it wasn't awful, but it's just typical Intamin. and the restraints I didn't enjoy. I felt like I genuinely thought I was coming out.
I would agree because the restraint after going from the Intamin to the B&M clamshells,
they're so much better.
They're so much comfier. But again, I agree with exactly what you said about Shambhala, and that's why Hyperion is still above Shambhala for me, is because of the intensity of Hyperion is just unbelievable.
Yeah, it was a fantastic layout. It was fast and everything else. But for me, the reason it's not better is because it just didn't ride well, and that's it. If I didn't enjoy it because of the vibration and I didn't feel safe on it, then I can't really rank it above something that
I'd have to go back and ride it again, you know.
I don't know, maybe I'm a bigger guy, maybe it was that, but I have never had my arms up on a roller coaster before and instantly grabbed on thinking genuinely that it was coming out. And I turned to you and I said I thought I was going to come out then. That wasn't fun. Like, I genuinely thought I was coming out. And even though I went back on it again, and then me and Hannah went back on it again. Do you remember, Hannah? Me and you just went on
the back row.
We went on the back row, and then we come off and we went, you need to do that. The back row on that first drop was mega.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as Zadra, but then what is? But yeah, I don't know. You know what? It's not a bad ride. It's not a bad ride, but for me, it's not in like my top 5 just because it didn't ride that well for me personally. It's highly rated. A lot of people preferred it to Zadra.
Sorry.
But Energylandia was a trip and a half. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah, it was so good.
I tell you what is a good ride.
They sell good food, good beer, good coasters. They don't have a clue where the locker systems are. They try and sell you backpack. Remember that? I said to the woman in the shop, and I said to Hannah, hold your bag up. Hannah, you're like, I said, where's the lockers? And I was doing this, like showing a locker sign. Where's the lockers for? And she tried selling me a backpack.
Yeah.
I think I've only just got in the park. I want to go on Buddy Zadra.
Zadra.
I tell you what is a good coaster though. Taron.
Taron, never done it, but I imagine if it's anything like the way Hyperion rides and the restraints, which do look awfully similar or anything like that, I probably wouldn't enjoy it. But I do think it looks
the restraints are pretty much Icon's restraints. On instead of a like a how were they like the Hyperion ones who were like?
I can't remember.
They were like thigh shells, weren't they? But thingies are so much better.
They look
Taron is such a brilliant ride, and it rides so differently from the start of the day to the end of the day. It's just it all in all, it's a perfect coaster, and
I know very similar to Hyperion's.
It's won so many awards that coaster. It still gets to go in the golden tickets and stuff. It's absolutely quality, and I'd be disappointed if anybody come off that saying it's rubbish, because it's not. It is genuinely one of the better coasters that I've ever ridden, and I think the UK is missing out on something just as good as that. What do we have? Icon comes nowhere near.
I like Icon, to be fair. But when it comes to Icon, how many times have I said to you, as soon as it goes over the entrance, it just dulls. And it goes so dull. And it's like...
It's the ending bit where it's like
this.
Yeah, it does all that, yeah.
You know what it needs? It needs 2 really aggressive launches like Taron. Like...
So go a little bit faster.
Yeah.
100%. Do you know when Icon comes over the top of the Icon entrance?
Yeah, which is what we just said.
I would have someone who...
Do you not think it goes boring?
I would have come round and then rather than going back off towards the big one, bleeding out the speed, I would have come over as it comes around that turn and it comes over the top of...
Bye, Stace.
Bye, Stacey. Good night.
Enjoy Towers. And we will stay
Enjoy Towers.
As it comes round over the top of the Icon entrance, I'd have had that as an airtime hill parallel to the entrance.
Yeah.
And then I would have maybe turned it right and done like a roll or something, and then I'd have had the brake one.
I've got a challenge.
What?
do it in No Limits.
Okay. Well, there goes that segment of what might be to come to the channel. I was going to start getting No Limits videos up, but yeah, I'll do it.
I was just saying, just do
So
it on
make
No Limits
icon.
for you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
no, I mean, like
make icon, but make what you want as the ending, rather than it going like this. Make what you want. You said you wanted.
What the hell? There's only us. What? There's only 2 people watching now.
It's me for one.
And probably them. We've got 1 viewer. We'll call it, guys, at 3 hours if you want. Anyway,
I've enjoyed it. Have you?
Yeah.
I've enjoyed it. I could sit here forever just chatting.
Yeah, it's good. I'm enjoying myself. We've not run out of things to talk about, have we? We've not got a list.
No,
I've not got a list or anything here.
We definitely haven't.
Right, well, I've just closed mine down and it still says there's 3 people
I
watching,
knew that.
so...
Yeah, I'll probably go off on it. I knew though, Jack, that this is how it'd be because we get talking sometimes, and oh, Jay's still here. Jay,
hi Jay.
Come on,
I'm
Jay.
Robin.
Jay.
I'm Robin because Robin's still there
Jay,
as well.
get in the comments, mate. Come on, give us some questions.
Jay, you need to update your picture. You've got hair on
So
that
anybody
one.
watching, I first met Jay in 2016 at Sweden.
And he's a legend.
In Sweden.
And Robin is a legend. Oh, there's only one person watching. That's probably you, Jay, and Robin.
Legend. Yeah, we met at Lisburg in Sweden.
Sorry, I'm trying to sit like so far back because these crisps are quite crunchy.
Yeah. But, can you hear anything down the
These are that Anna's eating like she's genuinely like she's eating bricks.
What are you eating?
Where are they?
They're eating the Aunt Bessie's.
Oh, the Aunt Bessie.
Are they any good?
Yeah, they're really good.
Roast turkey and stuff.
They smell nice.
They smell of feet.
No, pretty good then.
Jay, if you're still watching, put in the comments or message us separate if it's a no. But would you ever want to come on for the chat? You and Robin?
I'm sure you would.
Oh,
I'm sure you would.
I don't know if Jay would be up for it. Got some fat scran from Toby.
Oh, you best have sent us a video because he gets these good to go bags. I don't know if you know about them. The good to go bags. So basically, the food that's basically like going out the date at the end of the day. Jay and Robin keep getting them, and Jay keeps sending us these videos.
They're like unboxing videos.
Yeah,
they're
like basically an unbagging video.
But it's absolutely
so
mega.
Good.
Jay was made for the camera.
And
we sat eating our tea before watching it, and he unpacked a local bakery, I think it was.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned croissants before. Pan au chocolat, croissants. Oh, sorry. You made me drop my croissant.
You made me drop my croissant. Why did you say croissant?
Croissant, that's what I call it.
Croissant.
A croissant.
Listen, I'm from these parts. What do you say?
A croissant.
It's not got a W in it. It's not a croissant. What do you call it?
Can we just say Nemesis has already been removed from the app?
You have video. We do have video. We won't show video though.
Nemesis has already gone from the Alton Towers app.
Bye.
Oh,
gone.
Don't say that.
Well, it will because it's done.
See you later, Nemesis.
Oh God, I've just seen it disappear.
Oh, he's gonna
cry. Yeah. The second you go on it disappears. Yeah. I got that.
Can I get it on mine? Video it.
Well, do you know what? It lives on. Look at that. Look.
Video it and we'll
that
put it on
Jack
TikTok.
Is merch. Forget all your crappy t-shirts that wash away in the washing machine. That is merch.
This is merch. I've watched
Look at that for the logo.
Yeah,
look at that for the logo. Mega. Yeah.
Does it not have fruit of loom in the in the tag at the top?
No, it genuinely just says
fruit of what?
It says
fruit of loom. If you type them in, mate, they're a supplier of cheap like sweatshirts.
And dirt cheap as well. Dirt cheap, and then ASOS are selling them.
You've had that woman up at uniforms, mate, at Alton Towers, hot pressing them on before they go on the shelves.
This is legit, this, mate. This would have been bought. I'm sure Nemesis had a shop.
Yeah, it did. It was in a bus. It was in a bus, wasn't it?
And then it become Nemesis Nosh.
Nosh, yeah, Nemesis Nosh.
Nemesis Nosh. He used to sell fat scran.
Yeah, and then all you've got now is Nemesis.
Yeah. Bloody donuts. I did it. If you check.
No,
shows you don't look.
No, as in a video one.
Yeah, I hope they do keep up. Going back to the Nemesis thing, I hope they do keep up with the hype because, again, I don't want them to make a big song and dance about it now, and then we all forget about it for a bit, and then we're all kind of like, oh yeah, Nemesis is reopening in a couple of months' time. Like,
I
don't think most
I'm telling you now, mate, if the closing of Nemesis was that big, which it was, Jay was there.
It was a big event.
Hi, Katie. Did you share that?
No, she's put card from the Sandstone Cliffs.
Card
from the
West Bank. Yeah. So what was I saying then?
It was a big event.
Yeah, I think for the people that were there, Jay was there. He said he went. Hey, had to nip out. Welcome back, Adventure Bears.
Welcome back.
Everyone go and check out Adventure Bears. That's a really good YouTube channel.
And hopefully next season we get to meet you.
Yeah, we need to do a massive meetup. Imagine all of us, cameras going and everything. We need to get Jack off Instagram and get him with a vlogging camera going.
I'm too down for the Instagram at the moment.
Oh, you used to do your vlogs, Jack.
I know, but I think everyone wants shorts, don't they? Everyone wants clips.
Yeah, but we put shorts and we're still vlogging.
You can do it all, mate. You can do it all. You can venture out, branch out. You do a couple of YouTube videos, people will latch onto that, and then you advertise all your other stuff in that, and then, thank you.
Bob's
hopefully,
a
big tower trip. Yeah, that needs to be arranged. Adventure Bears, definitely. Massive trip. Get us all going.
You should look at maybe setting up an event on Facebook.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say.
We'll do that.
I thought you were going to say a minibus. Then I was going to say, a minute. Half of these guys live in the Midlands. I'd have to drive past towers to pick them up.
Yeah, we'll pick them all up.
I do enough driving. What was I saying then? I was talking about Nemesis, wasn't it? But yeah, I think the
event was.
Yeah, I think the event at the end, like Jay went and he said it was incredible. He was messaging, sending videos saying I would have loved it, and I know I would, but I'm not paying 20 quid to get in there. I'm not paying 20 quid when I've got my annual pass. It should be allowed in. I used to be able to get in on my gold pass, and now I can't. And I just think it's a bit unfair. But I think I'm due for renewal as of the 15th. It's now the 11th.
Couple of days.
So I think we were speaking. I might go for the platinum
because I can renew platinum just before Scarefest.
Because we want to get the fireworks vlog for next year. We're going to do the fireworks event as a vlog.
You won't be disappointed with the fireworks, and
Jack have done fireworks for years, and they've always been okay. But I just don't like the crowd. Yeah. Trying to leave them lawns is dreadful.
It was hell, and it's like I think genuinely that the whole park leaves as soon as the fireworks have gone off. It's like someone's blown a whistle and everyone's
everyone in the dog.
The exit. Yeah. And it was really bad because we literally couldn't get out, could we, quick enough? Because
to climb up,
and then the bloke said at the start, didn't he? 45-minute queue for the monorail already, and that was literally 5 minutes after the fireworks had gone off. And then the queue out of the park, it's like your queue to get in the park and your queue to get out.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
When we went, it literally persistently rained. Jay was there actually, and we all went to the hotel afterwards just to dry off and have a drink. And
do you know what? I'll pull the photo up. Hang on a second.
It was a wet night, and then it stopped for the fireworks, but it just constantly rained, like persistently until the fireworks started. But when it finished, I think we just stood still, didn't we, for a bit?
Yeah.
Because everyone was just pushing. It was like when you see it on Facebook or anything. Do you know when you see like concerts and stuff and they're constantly pushing and stuff and you're just like, oh my God, what's happening here? But that's what it was like. No, it's
busy when we
rammed.
It will be
like that.
No, I just want to find that. See friendship. I'm going to pull up the photo now. Jay, we're on your Facebook profile, don't worry, but I won't give too much away. There it is.
Oh my God, I had a waterproof coat on.
I'll share the screen here, and this was actually the last time I did a fireworks event.
Photo,
is it? Oh, it's my photo. So
this was 2019 when we did this.
I'll share this. Share screen.
I've not done a fireworks this year since I think 2017.
There's Jay. And I don't think you were there, Jack. My mum, Alan, and a few others. Paris, me,
That coat that I've got on there.
Look how wet our coats are. That was the last time we did the fireworks event.
2019.
It definitely was. We didn't go 2020 because of
No,
COVID.
what's that?
Yeah, 2020 because of COVID. We didn't do.
2021 because of COVID.
2021.
COVID.
It was happening, but we just didn't go.
No,
and we didn't do this
COVID.
year. Yeah, and we just didn't do this year because
we got it on bonfire night. Remember?
Yeah,
we had it last year. Bang on bonfire night.
Did you guys get any fireworks at all with your pass perks?
No.
None at all.
You could pay 20 quid, couldn't you?
Is that how much it costs you? 20 quid with
Apparently
a gold?
It was 20 quid even with a gold pass. Which, to be fair, it's fine. It's a big event. It's a full day, but it kind of defeats the object. When I paid for an annual pass, I don't want to then pay on top of it. But I'm a bit annoyed at Towers because the gold pass used to be the premium pass, and you got into everything. There was no restrictions, and then they brought out a platinum as a way to kind of make more money. And now the gold pass is suddenly the middle tier pass, and I don't know. It just didn't sit well with me, so I just never. I think how long's the been about now? 2 years?
Yeah, I think
I've never had it. Just for that reason.
Well, we got the Costco passes last year, didn't we? And Costco still sent out. Costco still sent out platinum. No, it weren't platinum. It was standard. And what was the other one that they had? What was it? The pass that we had, it was like the older ones. They were still sending out the gold. It was gold, so it was the stat premium. It was called premium that we had last year, and I don't know why they just didn't stick with them instead of doing platinum.
Premium, but it was a gold back on it.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Because I remember when we tried pre-booking and we kept clicking that one and it wouldn't let you. You had to click down on the Merlin Gold. It was such a pain.
Yeah, just
Oh yeah, Adventure Bears Global said £20 each with silver, but worth it, we think. But again, first year, yeah. To be fair, if it's your first year,
how much did they pay?
20 quid on silver.
For your first event, but every event we've done, it's not the fireworks that are the issue, it's just the crowds.
Yeah.
And it's really busy.
The crowd control's really bad.
I'm a massive firework fan, as you'll see with the firework vlog coming up.
When it comes up.
But, like,
I'm not sure I understand.
Where was that from?
It's from your phone. Siri's just talking to
public displays aren't really my thing. Right, I'll be back.
Whoa, Dan!
Told you I was going to trip up.
So we knew we were going to do that at some point. We've got the Ethernet cable plugged in. He literally just pulled the Ethernet cable with his foot, so he nearly pulled everything off the desk. Well, he's got his sliders on now, so his sliders probably caught on it. What a silly one. What are we on? So we're on 2 hours 54 minutes. Are we going at 3?
I don't know.
No, I think we should go at 3. I've been up since 6:30.
We're having a nice chat.
I'm not tired, but I'm just.
If people are occupied and happy.
Well, we've only got 3 viewers.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter how many viewers we've got. This video, this will go up as a vid, so sorry about that. Did I pull a laptop?
You literally pulled everything. The mic went this way. I was like,
I said I was going to do it. It's because I've got my sliders on the bottom of the slider. Would you do the drink run, please?
Well, I've got to climb over you now.
It's okay.
Right, you create conversation then.
Tell you what, them crisps stink.
You stink?
Oh, that's better. Go on, get over. I think I've only got 1 can left. I'll have that and then we'll call it. Maybe another half an hour. If everyone wants to stay with us.
We've not even finished.
Whoever we've got.
Hello.
I don't want to drink it. Just bring me a can up. I'll just pour it into
okay.
Yeah. Adventure Bears, are you having a beer tonight? Or a wine or whatever? I don't know. I don't even know if you drink. Anna, where's your beer?
I've not got another one. I finished it. I know.
You bought a brand new keg yesterday.
I know. Mind you, it's gone down 2 bars already. We've had a few out of it.
I'm not surprised. As soon as Jack put the keg in yesterday, he was pouring it at 10 degrees.
I know.
I'm taking mine to get a keg for Christmas.
I don't really like that colour unfiltered though.
Do you not like it? No.
No.
Didn't you say to get it? No.
Eh?
Didn't you say to get it?
I know.
It's nice, but I couldn't
it's all right.
A lot of it.
No, I think that's why
I'm unique taste. Yeah. I mean, I'm drinking normal Stella, and I tell you what, it's not very good out of a can. The Stella on the Perfect Draft. Have you had it?
No, just the unfiltered.
Yeah, the Stella on the Perfect Draft is stunning. It's 5% or 5. I think it's 5 or 5.2. It's from Belgium, but over here they water it down. They brew this can stuff and the bottle stuff in this country.
Oh god.
And it's 4.8. And Stella used to be 5.2. Well, the stuff in the keg.
I think ours is 4.9. I think it is.
What's that?
Stella unfiltered.
Oh, it's 5.
Is it?
5, yeah. Let me check. I'll check. Beer and vodka not together. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. I don't like vodka, to be honest. Oh, Hannah, do you remember when we drank the remember when we got the bison grass in Poland Airport?
Oh, I love bison grass.
Nearly made us miss that
flight. Yeah, we nearly missed our flight.
We were drinking it in Krakow Airport because we were waiting for our flight. And we bought, me and you went to the shop, Jack, didn't we? And we got a load of cans of apple cider. Cost us a fortune.
It did, yeah, it did.
It was a plastic, what was it, about a £5? Little plastic, what was the shape of it? Just a small, thin like kind of bottle.
Rectangle, wasn't it? Was it rectangle?
Yeah.
I think it was 500 millilitres, weren't it?
Yeah, and I can't drink vodka, but that stuff was beautiful. When we left Hughes at Manchester Airport, Hughes got a lift, didn't you? And we got the train. We were on the train back, and me and Paris it was a packed train, and we were sat on a table opposite, and there was about a quarter of bison grass left, and we were passing it back and two, just drinking it neat out of the bottle. And I never thought I could drink vodka like that, but it was gorgeous. We were sat drinking it. We were pouring our own drinks in the. We drank some apple cider, did we? And then we were pouring it in. Is that right?
Yeah.
Even on the plane,
that comfortable. We nearly missed our flight.
That was it. You said, "Oh yeah, the flight's not due yet." And I
went and we were boarding.
But I mean, we had enough time because there were a fella stood next to the aircraft having a full photo shoot with a set of shoes.
Yeah,
we were having that full photo shoot once in a plane, so we had more than enough time.
There we go. That's what I'm drinking. So it is.
Yeah, I said I don't really like the
Oh, it's nice. It's nice.
Oh,
it's 4.6.
4.6.
Yeah.
It's got a bit of a weird taste.
I think.
No.
I quite like it.
Yeah. I'll still drink it.
But... Booze is booze.
We're talking about drinks. Adventure Birds, what beer and what vodka are you drinking?
Yeah, I'd like to know what your beer is. Your beer of choice. What's your go-to beer? Mine's got to be a Stella. Stella's a nice drop.
Wife beater.
Yeah, but obviously...
I'm going to be getting thrown right room later. No, I didn't mean it like that. No, I didn't mean it like that. Couple of punches.
I think it's
Is it down?
Give me that. Yeah, I think it's downstairs, possibly.
So what's that?
Nemesis disappears every time I go on it. No.
Gone now.
Gone.
You got the blue raspberry. Anyway, Carlin, it was on offer and Smirnoff. To be honest, Carlin is a bargain. I've not had Carlin for years.
I was drinking Foster's downstairs.
Yeah, my mum's husband drinks Foster's.
I like Budweiser.
Don't mind Foster's, really.
I used to like Budweiser, but I'm not a massive fan of Budweiser anymore.
No, I like Budweiser. Yeah.
Adventure Bird, have you heard of the Perfect Draft beer machine? It's spot on if you like a beer. I can hear some crunching going on there.
This bag's nearly polished off. We've nearly polished this bag off me and Anna. Like,
I've not touched these yet, but I mean,
well, you say we.
I say we, but because I've been talking too much.
Look at that bag.
Why is she opening it like that?
It's because she's gone like that, mate. When she's got it, she's gone like that because she's dead excited to get in a crisp. Yeah, these smell actually all right. For £1.99 a bag, not bad.
Yeah, I want one. Hinting for Christmas. They are incredible. I got mine a couple of years back, and then I recommended it, and Jack got his, and he's just bought a keg for the stream tonight to put in for him and his missus. He bought the Stella unfiltered keg. They're not cheap though. That's the only issue.
No,
I used to get them quite regular, and the kegs are very expensive now. I'm drinking. I got a case of Stella last week for bonfire night. I got 18 cans for £14. A keg of Stella Artois on the Perfect Draft is about 30.
Yeah, it is expensive.
3 to 36 now. Jack, are you checking there?
I'm having a look now. Yeah, see the prices.
However, the Stella that you get from Beerhawk in the keg is from Belgium. It's not from this country, like the cans and the bottles. So it's legitimate Belgian beer, and it's 5%, not 4.6.
Yes. Stella's £34.90. That's Stella original.
Be £31.95.
Yeah, Stella unfiltered is actually cheaper than original Stella, and that's £31.90.
No, it's not.
Unfiltered. It is. Stella unfiltered on here is
what's
31.
the percentage of the unfiltered?
Sorry, pardon me. That's short date. That's the short date one. That.
I've had a short date before. If you're going to throw it straight in the machine, then
you can't go wrong.
Adventure Birds, you need to get one. Well, he's hinting for a Perfect Draft.
All right, okay.
For Christmas.
Definitely, they're definitely well worth it. The only thing I find is I think they could obviously probably produce a little bit more, few more choices. Like I think we spoke about it today, Dan, about the choices. I think there's 40 plus at the minute.
You know what? Come on, they've had about 5 or so new kegs this year. They're doing well. When I bought it, one of my reserves with it was I was worried that it was going to be one of them things where it was a bit of a fad,
a gimmick,
not for me but for the developers or the manufacturers, and then they were just going to stop. But I think during lockdown, they really just picked up, and now there's every beer company seems to want in on it. They've got a vast majority of them. I think even, do you remember the Torp? Do you remember the Sub?
Yeah.
Krupp's, the Sub Compact does it. I think even when they started off, they had like Strongbow Dark Fruit, Heineken.
No.
And I think that was it. Maybe one or two other things. And now there's loads.
I just can't believe how expensive the Brewdog ones are. They're £38.90 them.
Yeah, I think the most I paid for one was about 38, 39. I got a Punk IPA.
26 quid, that's not bad.
Yeah, the short date ones though, like you say, Dan, if you're putting the beer in the machine straight away.
I've had a short date.
There's some on here, best before 30th of November, so you've got till the end of the month to drink them. And this one here is Short Date Palm, it's called. Belgian Amber Ale, and it's £29.56p.
Have they still got Leffe La Lager on there?
Yeah, they've still got Leffe.
I recommend that. That was a good lager. That was nice. I got that. No, I got Beck's. I got Beck's Short Date. Beck's is good. I wouldn't drink Beck's normally, but Beck's on the draft is mega. And so Beck's Gold is even better.
As well, Adventure Bears as well. So if you do end up getting one for Christmas, if you buy it now, I'm not selling it to you, but if you buy it now on Beerhawk's website, when England or Wales win, you win. So they'll pay you back. They'll pay you back money if England and Wales win or go all the way in the World Cup, and that's if you do buy the Budweiser keg.
And Adventure Bears, I'll send you I think I get a code that I can send you, and I think I get beer tokens if you buy through me, but I'm not sure. Plugging myself, you used to. I don't know if that's the case now. But
I'll tell you the price. Yeah. I'll tell you the price of the two machines that you can currently buy Adventure Bears as well. I don't work for Beerhawk, so no commission is granted.
Yeah, we're not on commission here.
So you've got the first original Perfect Draft, which is £238, and then that comes with a keg and 2 pint glasses. Or you've got the new Pro, which is £334, and that comes with a keg again and 2 beer glasses. But personally, I think you're all right with the starter bundle, aren't you? You're all right with the normal machine. You don't really need the pro and the connected app experience.
When the normal perfect draft come out, and I remember a few mates having it. Robbo had it. Jack, his dad had it many years ago, and then Robbo got one. I only got mine during lockdown. And I remember saying, with some of the beers today, a lot of people like to drink them at certain temperatures. I personally think perfect draft, getting down to 3 degrees, I think it's a little bit cold, a little bit too cold. I think 5 is about right. And I remember, I think I said to you many a time, I think if they bring out a perfect draft 2, they should have the ability to adjust the temperature for the beer that you've got in. And they've done it. That's exactly what they've done. So now you can adjust the temperature on your machine. However, the perfect draft 2 looks like a 1990s desktop tower, PC tower, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Massive.
It does. Yeah, it does.
It's sold that well based on its size. It's huge, but you can set the temperature.
Yeah, so it says here that you can mix the temperature between 12 and 0 degrees. And so the new machine, 12 to 0 degrees. It says fast cooling, app connectivity, and improved temperature stability on the warmest days. Actually, I
think a beer like the Punk IPA and some of the other IPAs and stuff, they benefit from a lower a bit of a warmer temperature.
I had my machine on during summer. I think was it summer we had a kegging when it was really warm, and the fans at the side really kick in. So I think
in the summer they do.
So the pro does say here it's improved temperature stability on the warmest of days. So it means it obviously has some sort of better features than what our current machine's got.
Adventure Birds, what's your favourite lager? We've gone from coasters to talking about drink, but never mind.
Yeah, you can't.
But when he said vodka there, normally I'd turn my nose up at vodka, but I do like that bison grass. I really like
it's very bison grass. You can drink it with apple juice and keep drinking it and drinking it and drinking it, and next minute you're on the floor.
It tastes like apple pie.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah, with cinnamon.
Yeah, cinnamon like apple pie. It's lovely. You liked it, didn't you? Remember, I was saying we were drinking it on the train. Remember?
Yeah, sorry.
Paris is too busy texting.
Yeah, I'm texting Jay to be there.
What we on? We'll go a little bit longer and then we'll take off. We'll call it.
Yeah, we're going to grab some food soon. I think we're I think so. We're going to get some food. We're going to get some food in.
We can call it a night if you want.
Have you eaten yet?
We had some tea before,
ages ago,
but we've got some crisp and some bits and bobs to be getting on
snack.
with. But yeah, we can call
How
it.
long have we been on?
It's been a good night. We've had
3 hours 10 minutes.
We'd let you guys
10 minutes.
Yeah.
Hard choice or lager to me. Have likes a fancy gin now. Yeah, gin's such a. Everyone's got into gin. I've got into wine lately. I don't know. Maybe that's an age thing. I mean, I'm only 33, but.
It's not an age thing because Theme Park Jack loves a good bottle of red wine.
Yeah,
me and
Jack love a good bottle of red.
Bottle
of red.
Hard choice. All lagers. Yeah, no. See, I'm a bit of a lager snob.
Yeah, I think. Do you know? I didn't used to be a lager snob, but obviously, I think you, Dan, when we started going through that phase over lockdown, of buying all the IPAs and the different beers and trying different ones and just your usual Stella and all that lot. I've started to become a little bit of a beer snob as well, and I won't just drink any beer that's handed to me, kind of thing. I like a good choice.
I like Stella, but this stuff now, this is bad. This at 4.6, you can tell the taste of what Stella used to be has gone. It's not. It's
like they're stripping. It's like they're stripping the good out of everything, isn't it? Recently,
I don't get it, but
that's life.
You get a Stella on the perfect draft. It's 5%, and it's from Belgium, and it might. Yeah, I think it might be 5.2. I don't know.
Right, well, anyway.
But anyway, we've gone on to beer talk now, not
anyway,
theme park talk.
On that note, we're probably going to cut the live.
Are we off, guys? Are we going? Are we going to call it?
Yeah. So
just a heads up for Jack and Hannah. I'll end the broadcast and we'll go back into the behind the scenes. So don't just
message them.
I know, but we're not.
Anyway,
before we sign off, if I can all just smile, I'm going to take a screenshot and upload it on my Instagram. Done.
Thank you. I heard
adventurers, you're legends.
Thank you so much for sticking with us. To everyone in the comments, thank you so much to everyone that stick with us.
Thank you for Jack and Hannah for
comments.
Thank you for having us on.
I'm going to put up the highlight comment, the Deirdre Barlow one. I've got to get it back up again because that was brilliant. So I will ping that one back up once I find it.
I just have a feeling that you should just end the stream with the Coronation Street theme song.
Hey, if I could, mate, I would.
Imagine.
It could be possible, but this whole interface is so new to me. I think I've done okay for the first night.
Mickey Mullet.
You
win the comment tonight, mate.
The young Dave
comment of the night, Mickey McMullet.
Mickey Mullet.
What we're going to say is if you do like what you see, guys, please do rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Also, subscribe to this slide, it's completely different. To Theme Park Jack and everyone that we have on the lives. But yeah, please do rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But for now, thank you for coming on the stream, Jack and Hannah. And me and Dan, we'll see you next Friday.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.